I said,
It kicked me out for a minute. I said, "What in the world?"
always startles me. How are you doing?
I'm all right, sis. It's one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I tell you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see that the weeks go by so quickly.
Yeah, it did fly.
Mm-hmm.
Did a show a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. I got these talking points written up. I think that night. Yeah, it was that night.
Yeah, it was that
Most of
night.
them anyway. I'm glad I did. Glad I did it because I've been busy.
Yeah, I have a busy. That's how it be. A busy day.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome everyone in the chat, everyone watching the Grown Ass Podcast. We are back with another fun show. Speaking about relationships and just life and all that good stuff.
Making sure you vet before you make a mistake that you can't get out of.
Yes, yes. Since I read a really cool quote just a few minutes ago, it said, most people, no, some people are investments while most people are bills,
Oh, that's a good one
right?
because it's
Ain't
true
that the
to it.
truth? Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, it's
Oh
true
my
to it.
gosh,
Wow, that is crazy.
right? So make a good investment. The person you should be spending the rest of your life with. So
Mhm.
we have been discussing vetting. This is part 3. Oh my goodness. This is part 3. Part 2, we discuss our strengths, how to focus on and improve and identify our strengths and weaknesses. We discuss where my notes? Where my notes? Oh, if there should be a cohabitation period and or shared experiences before marriage and test driving that car or getting that house inspected. um hey skinny boy, welcome, welcome. Thank you. um
Sister Milani in there too. Hi, sis.
Sis Milani, me me and Milani, we have a lot in common. We're elders in a young person's body. Well, she's really young anyway. I guess I'm young at heart, young in spirit.
Yeah, that's the young little sister. That's the future wife right there. I call her.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We spoke on intercourse and whether or not you should have intercourse before marriage and expectations when it comes to intercourse. Um, we spoke on preparing for worst case scenario. Um, like physical ailments, accidents, and it was interesting. Everyone's viewpoint was interesting. Someone mentioned if you were what is it, incapacitated due to whatever reason, an illness or an accident,
Right.
you should be able to swallow your pride and allow your partner to get their needs fulfilled outside of the marriage. And
Uh,
I've been thinking about that. I'm a little conflicted because I understand it. I definitely understand it because we have our needs. But I'm thinking of the backside, like the other side of that. If you, let's say, for example, something happens to me where I can't perform or whatever the case may be, and my husband, he needs what he needs. So I agree to that. What if there's a relationship that gets a little too, how should I say, too close, and that relationship causes problems in our marriage?
that's gonna cause problems in a marriage regardless. Because guess what? It's a problem in
Lose,
the marriage.
lose.
You know that they stepping out and messing with somebody else. So it's that no, that's not good. It's not good to do because that mentality always being back in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It is always women. As women, we are very jealous. Very jealous. Don't let it fool you. We are very jealous. And let us find out somebody been messing with our husband.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's
I don't
sickening.
care if I am decapitated and lost limbs or something like that. Nah, I'm good. that. That's just
Um,
because I'm like this, and mostly it's men say it, but it's women that say it too, and women are doing that. If it was the shoes on the other foot, say your husband lost a limb or something, whatever, whatnot, that'll mess with him too. You have to think about the other person before you do things. A lot of people don't think about that because they're selfish. So
golly, what do you do? What do you do? Mm, mm, mm.
better or worse,
Ooh, that's a tough one.
sickness and the health.
That's a tough one. I
Yep.
watched my daughter, she was, I think she still is into midwifery, and there's
Right.
a show on BBC called Call the Midwives. We love it. It takes place in the 60s in London,
Mm.
somewhere in England. I think it's London, England. It's awesome. And they had one episode that really struck a chord with me because one of the main characters, she was an elderly woman and she had never been married. And, she kind of gave up because she was older. Over there was old maid, was it a spinster?
Mm.
But she met someone at a class. I think it was a Spanish class. They were learning Spanish. She met someone, nice elderly man. They had gone out a few times, developed a relationship, and she was one of the nurses, midwives, and she wasn't just a midwife, she took care of people in the local area as well. And one of her clients was an elderly woman who had dementia.
Mm.
So she's taking care of this elderly woman, and the friend walks in, and that's his wife that she's taking care of, and she is distraught. She is distraught. And she didn't talk to him for a while. And he finally, because he wanted to explain, he said, well, she doesn't even know who I am, but that's still my wife. I got to take care of her. I can't leave her. But, I want a relationship with a woman.
She was distraught because he didn't disclose that.
He should have told her that right away. Let her decide, let
You
her
know,
choose.
it was a story. I might go over it. This lady, I don't know if you've seen it. This lady, her husband is overseas. He lived out in Germany for 2 years, so she said he come back and forth. Well, anyway, she said she was lonely and everything, so she stepped outside the marriage and met up with this guy. One thing led to another. They was going, one night stand turned into a relationship. She said she went to
Mm-mm.
this man's house and saw her husband's picture on that man's wall. Coming to find out that was his brother. And then on top of it, she was like, if this your brother, you should know about your wife. So she said, is he married? He's like, sure, he's married. Took him over to a picture. Her husband is married to another woman in Germany. And on top of that, girl, that woman is pregnant by her husband's brother. You don't know who you messing with.
Why?
It's a lot of people.
Why?
Yeah, it's a lot of people too. You don't know who you messing with. It could be a what they call quote unquote op, a family member, a friend. You don't know who knows who, and you out there just That's always been like a healthy
Gosh.
fear of mine, running across, doing some dirt, and running across somebody that could be kin, even kin with us, because we as people we don't even know all of our family. It's a lot of people been marrying their sisters and their brothers and cousins lately.
Hmm. I can't tell you how many times somebody told me I look like their niece. You never know. You never know. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
you never know, and people just out here willy nilly and sleeping with anything. You don't know these
Seems
things.
like people aren't happy unless there's some kind of drama.
I'm like,
No one, no one knows how to just sit and be still and be happy with the quiet.
sis, because they still kids in a grown body.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
sure.
kids don't sit down. They always got to get into something.
Hey Del Monte. Hey Del Monte. We be talking about shows we watch involving challenges, infidelity, and things of that nature.
Right. But that was a crazy story. She said she went to her side. dude's house and saw her husband's picture on the wall. And then he showed her husband married to another woman, and he been married to this other woman over in Germany. So he had two wives. He had a wife over here and a wife over there, and he's in the military.
Mm.
And she's out there in the military with her. That's his wife, and coming to find out, she just a side chick, guaranteed. I bet you she the married side chick. She thought she was married to him and not. It's some crazy stuff. That is some crazy stuff. And she pregnant by her husband's brother too. Mm. You talking about a Twilight story, Twilight Zone story.
That poor baby. That poor baby already has a rough start. Well,
Man,
today we are discussing red flags when it comes to relationships. We really focus on those lovely folks who are looking to marry. But red flags, red flags, red flags. Oh my, oh my. So we welcome you all to chime in. You can come up if you like. And we are going to, oh, David, if you can drop the link to join and display the first red flag, we'll have a little discussion. Thank you, David. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Red flag number 1, poor mental health. How do you know?
you won't know because a lot of people mask it. You know what I'm saying? They
Very
mask.
well.
They don't tell people that they have. I see if you don't know, you didn't know that you're a schizophrenic, have PTSD, stuff like that. But a lot of people know they have these things and they hide it. And then when people get with these certain folks, the first thing they be like, I didn't know that they was crazy. Why you ain't tell me you was crazy? They don't know why they it's not funny, but they don't know. But I always say check the medicine cabinet. If you go into their house, check the medicine
That's a good
cabinet.
idea. That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Ay, ay, ay.
My
Del
daddy
Monte,
already told me that
hey.
check the medicine cabinets.
I guess y'all want me to peeve? Okay. You'll clarify. You'll clarify. Oh, that's a good one. Check the medicine cabinet.
Yep,
Um, definitely make sure you're around their family and friends.
yep.
I have a little list here of different signs. Um, mood swings. It's a big one. One moment they happy and you the best thing. Was the best thing since sliced bread.
Yep.
Del Monte, I guess y'all want me to leave. Why do you say that? Um, the best thing since sliced bread. Next thing, they hate your guts. Mood swings for no apparent reason.
Putting
Um,
hands on them and stuff. That's another thing.
anxiety, anxiety for no particular reason, or just extreme. We all have a little anxiety about something, we have like the fear of bugs or whatever the case may be, but it's like extreme over the top.
Right.
Oh, Del Monte, I got you. I got you. No, you are welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay always. Um, changes in eating habits.
Hmm. It's
Um,
it's so many variables in that. Like I said, as far as their sexual health is one. That's a main one y'all better check into. 'Cause
mhm.
you don't know what you getting yourself into. Lack of
Yes, Miss Vanessa, lack of communication. Yes, withdrawal when you kind of shut down
right.
and don't want to communicate.
Yep.
Um,
Consistent silent treatment.
mhm. Yep. That's not sometimes there's fine lines between all these because sometimes we just need a break. Whether it's a few minutes or a couple of hours,
Hmm.
you figure out what your time span is. But sometimes you just need a little break so you can cool down. But the silent treatment, it's not healthy. That's poor mental health. Um, Feelings of hopeless. Oh, if you notice that your partner has nightmares on a regular basis, that's a good one. Because
Yeah,
there's something going on in the subconscious that isn't being addressed.
right. And a lot of times too, some people have what they call
Oh,
night
you
terrors.
froze up, Miss O. I can hear you, but you froze.
Oh, I don't know why it froze up. I see it's acting crazy. You know what? This been acting nuts.
Let's
But
keep rocking and rolling.
but anyway, a lot of people have those night terrors too, so they don't know they actually having them bad dreams.
Mm.
You will also find a lot of veterans that has
Oh.
PTSD, and they have those night terrors and stuff as well. So
Mm.
anybody have PTSD, that's one of the main things they do have. So basic trauma actually causes that. So it's something they can't help on that aspect, but they do have medication to help with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
I've
am
had.
frozen. Jeez.
It'll
I
come
don't
back. It'll come back. Well,
okay.
speaking of the being, we can hear you,
Okay.
which is what matters. Um, I've had my ex tell me that I've cried in my sleep a couple of times. I know I got a lot going on. I know I got a lot going on. Unaddressed issues. But
Everybody
auditory.
have to work with it. You know, everybody not perfect. We all have to deal with something. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're working on it, and not being denial that you have a problem.
Exactly. Exactly. Auditory hallucinations. When have you ever had someone say like what you say or I heard you say something, but you didn't say anything?
Yep. Yep.
And they swore you like cursed them out or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I went through that at work and in personal life. So family, all of that.
Thinking, what are you talking about?
Remember I said what?
Auditory hallucinations. That's crazy.
But
Oh,
a lot of people that
you
have
want to hear. You
right.
want to hear something negative so badly.
Yep. Yep.
Made it up.
A lot of people that have schizophrenia have that. That's one of the main things that they go through as well.
Mm.
Because they didn't, a lot of people never paid attention to it, but I worked with a lot of people that had all those ailments and everything, and that's the main thing I seen with schizophrenia patient was that main thing right there. They seeing stuff, they think people following them,
Oh,
um, people jealous of them, people that don't even know them. Everybody know
that's
them and want to
dangerous.
harm them, so that is real dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that thing ain't coming in. I'm just froze.
Oh boy. Oh,
Yeah,
my ears are sore.
yeah, because it knocked me off at first, and now I'm froze. I don't know what's going on.
It's a conspiracy. They out to get us.
It's been acting crazy since yesterday. I had this problem. That's why my live was late.
Oh, okay.
First the audio, but I fixed the audio, and then the camera. Now this. I don't know if it's StreamYard or not, but anyway, I just go
Mm.
through it.
Yeah, StreamYard has some glitches sometimes. I noticed. And David was saying he has some similar issues with StreamYard.
Well,
Another one is risky behavior, unnecessary risk, unnecessary risk.
would you say
Like
something? Sorry.
risky behavior, another red flag, or poor mental health. It's
Oh,
like you don't really care about your well-being, so you
yep.
take these crazy chances,
Hmm.
whether it be through physical activity or
Oh,
with like unprotected sex and
right. It's
yeah.
a lot, but they don't see that. They don't see the destruction behind that. Because they get high. They mess with all kinds of drugs and stuff.
That's another one. Misuse, alcohol, drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And a lot of risky stuff, like you said, risky sex partners and all that other stuff. They just don't care. If they don't care about themselves, they won't care about you.
Mm-hmm. And then, like we said, a lot of this um can be masked, be masked. So look in the medicine cabinet, um, go to a therapist or whatever method is necessary. Get checked out together, share the results, and then move forward from there. It's already dangerous enough, risky enough that you get married and maybe someday you wake up next to a totally different person. And,
Yeah.
they were completely normal, but they just decided to switch it up. But then you married to someone who has some undiagnosed mental issue. Nah,
Right.
get it checked out. Don't be afraid. That's one thing. Don't be afraid to ask the hard questions.
Yep.
Don't be afraid. It can be daunting because we have feelings for the person
Mm-hmm.
and we want it to work out. We want everything to be perfect. You got to put yourself out there.
Yep.
Hello, Miss Anissa.
Hi,
Let's
Anissa.
see.
How are you?
Miss Anissa says most experts will say avoid any person with addictions, whatever it may be. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. Addictions. Addiction. That's drugs, alcohol, food addictions. It's another one too. Um, what is it? The corn addictions.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Now that's a big one. That's the major one. That's the big one, and it causes ED and everything else. They
Yeah.
said so. Yeah, that's a big one right there. Same with sisters that uses toys. You messing yourself up as well.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Check those bedside tables. Check that computer history. And if they are reluctant, there you are. See your beautiful face. There you
Yeah,
are.
my husband had to fix it for me.
Thank you, hubby. Thank you. You're awesome. Um, yeah, and if red flag, if they're reluctant to share, run. Don't even try to fight it. Let them keep it to themselves. You move on. Because they really want to be with you and work it out, everything needs to be out on the table.
Oh,
Everything.
another thing too, sis. Sex addictions.
That's scary.
Yeah, sex addiction.
Trying to kill you.
They try to kill. Oh, no, they try to kill you. The sex addiction mean they use that as a excuse to be out there messing with everybody else instead of getting fulfilling those needs at home with their spouse. That's
Mm.
for the men and the women.
Gosh. It's all a sign of some hole in you that needs to be filled. And you're trying to fill it with something. You need to address what caused the hole and sew it up however you can.
They got to do some self reflection and get some help
Yes, absolutely.
and
And that
stop.
makes the relationship stronger when you
Yeah.
know the worst about each other and you work through it together. Um, and it could take time. It could take time. Hey, boss man, how you doing? Boss man, what you cooking tonight? Boss man's always in the kitchen. I love it. Boss man, we were speaking on poor mental health. The show tonight is about red flags when looking for a marriage. Red flags. Yes, and poor mental health.
It's
Mm.
one red flag I do want to But I don't know if we're gonna get to that part. Yeah, we never mind. I leave it alone because it's in there. I just remembered it's in there.
Okay.
I want
Okay.
to step on that one. So I'm not
Okay.
done.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, David, my dear, we will move on to the next one. Please and thank you. Thank you, dear. Unhealthy relationships. Now, I'm referring to relationship with your family members, relationships with your exes, um, relationships with coworkers, um, all of the relationships, unhealthy relationships. That is a major red flag, especially those who should be the closest to you, like your parents, siblings, children, children from my previous relationship, um, the baby mamas, baby daddies.
Mm.
Major red flag, major red flag. Now we all know there's people out there that is not right. It is not right. We have those exes, we have those family members that we know it is not right. But once again, it's a fine line between their we'll say personalities and demeanor and just being an unhealthy relationship. That's a fine line.
One thing too, sis, about the unhealthy relationships, far as the vetting, excuse me, y'all. Far as the vetting process. Say for instance, the brother you looking for a sister to get married. Look into her family dynamic. See how her mother is. See how her relationship is with her father, with the men in the family. Um, if she's like mean spirited towards her father, mean spirited towards the men, and just a all out dragon, I would recommend don't mess with that one because you would rather deal with a man would rather deal with a woman that actually have a good relationship with her father, and they gets to sit back and see how she is with her father. You know, see if she respect her father, she'll respect you. I'm just gonna leave it like that. If she disrespect her father, she's gonna disrespect you. If she have a toxic mother, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be toxic to you. So you really have to meet the family. A lot of people get in relationships and don't even meet the families at all. They don't even know their family because anybody can say, "Oh, we don't get along." My family is this, that, and the third. I just don't mess with them. But you really need to know that family dynamic because you will learn a lot about that person you with by seeing how they act around those family members.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to vet the family members too.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Um, another part of the unhealthy relationship. Oh, if you have someone who's jealous.
Went through that.
Mm.
Now that is a bad trait. I mean, run. That's like stalker vibes. I mean, you can't do nothing. They at your job. They at your. You could be going to the store. They
Oh, child, having flashbacks.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go there, but that's what comes into that. Not not what the modern women is saying. Oh, my man is jealous because I'm showing my body. This we're not talking about that kind of jealousy. We talking about some mental issue jealousy. It's like you don't even have to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to. They don't even have to see you doing anything, and they at your job
Hmm.
calling you every 5-10 minutes, checking on you and
Oh
stuff,
gosh.
putting
Don't.
air tags in your vehicles and stuff. I've been hearing some crazy
You
stuff.
better return that call within a couple of minutes. You
Oh
better return.
yeah. You better answer that phone. You better answer that phone quick.
And they know they up there staring at the window at your job.
Mhm. Oh, I just seen that happen with a lot of people, myself included back then. But I seen that happen to a lot of women at work and men at work. Because I done seen some men that had some off the chain wives.
Oh,
They come up there bashing it, breaking the car windows at the man's job, setting their stuff on fire. That is crazy. That is nuts. The first
Mm, mm.
think that they messing around with somebody at the job.
Hey Trey. Hey Trey. That's jealousy. My ex, my boss banned him from our property from the job site.
We
Yes, it was bad. It was bad. Mm. Um, Again, poor communication. Oh, if you are in a relationship and you feel afraid to break up with someone,
ooh,
sis, you're
yeah,
fearful that they're going to do something to themselves or do something to you or even the children.
yep, yep. It's relationships like that. It's relationships like that.
Was it about that one scenario recently with the guy took the little babies, uh, um, deleted the little baby because the girlfriend was going to leave him.
Yep, yep, yep. Hold on 1 minute. I have a story, and my mom probably remember this one. Worked at a hospital. Um, and this lady, it was on the news. This lady had this jealous husband, a jealous husband. He used to call the job all the time, cussing us out, cussing her out, saying, checking to see if she's there. But anyway, she called to check on her kids. We heard the kids screaming over the phone. This man says, if you don't come home right now, I'm going to delete your kids. And it was his kids too. We actually heard him deleting his children. And she was a nice nurse too. She just lost it at work. I couldn't even believe it. She just lost it. She had to hurry up and leave. It was on the news. They had 4 or 5 children. He had them in the basement and he deleted all of them execution style. You talking about trauma. We heard it and we actually seen her go through that. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't even believe it. I seen some stuff at work. I seen some stuff all my life actually. And it's like it's just crazy. You don't know who you running into. But we knew he was real jealous because he kept calling a job all the time to see if she was at work. But yeah, he's in prison for life. He in prison for life for that one. But she lost all her
Oh
children. That was all
no.
her kids. That was all her babies.
And Vanessa, what about the men and women that sits at your job?
Hmm. We seen that. We know several people that did that. Sit right at your job. Wait,
Oh, parked outside.
they be there when you go in to work, and they wait for you to come out so you can leave instead of getting a job themselves. These are the ones that don't have no job. You mean to tell me you can sit at your spouse job for 8 to 12 hours? You could have been working. I'm not sitting.
Right across the street,
I'm not sitting and waiting
watching.
unless my husband is a trucker. That's the only time I sit and wait at his job because he's driving the truck. But other than that, I'm not about to sit at nobody's job for 8 to 12 hours. That's just insane. That is crazy. Now that's mental. That's mental issues for you right there. Don't you have something to do? Now
That's what they have to do to watch you. That's their new job.
that's trust issues. That is some extreme trust issues right there.
Mm, mm. And back to the family. If the family is secretive,
Mm-hmm.
family is secretive. They're walking on eggshells
Sis,
around.
like that one thing about that one incident about what Takey went over. The guy was married to, I think she went over it. The guy was married to a transformer. I'm gonna be nice. Was married to a transformer. He didn't know it. He said for 4 years. He said he met the family and everything. The family didn't tell him nothing. But like I said, he knew. He knew.
Okay, I remember now.
Yeah, he knew. He knew what that was because um he didn't go to, I'm gonna say he, I'm not gonna say no she. He didn't go to an OBGYN. You know, we had to go get the checkups. So you don't know about the your wife's, what man don't know about their wife's OBGYN appointment? Don't know about it. You mean tell me you didn't see any Tampax and pads nowhere in the house? And for 4 years it wasn't able to get pregnant? No, and then he was crying about when he found out too. Talking about he didn't know what to do. Yeah, that's what I said, sis. You look alike. That's what I said. The whole family lied to that man. They had a wedding and everything, girl.
Trey, it wasn't the family's responsibility to tell Vanessa no trust. Trey, a woman can say she's going to an appointment and never go.
I wanna
Men don't go to the doctors with y'all. Yeah,
right.
true.
Right. My thing is this. No, but guess what? You need to know a man can read the room better than anybody. He should have sat back, got out of that lust with that whatever that transformer, sat back and paid attention to the family members on how they was reacting, because you can't hide that. I know they was scratching their head like, how
no, baby.
You know what I'm saying? How in the world he get that man? I wonder if he know. You know what I'm saying? That body language will always be there. He needed to read the room. No, family members not gonna tell you.
He never saw any baby pictures.
That's why I said vet.
Nothing from
Nope.
From your school days.
Nope. He said he was around the family, but I know a lot of people. I would love to show my kids baby pictures off.
Yeah,
I'm saying like this is there, whatever. So the Transformers mother didn't show you baby pictures or nothing. Nothing. But just read the room. No, the family not gonna tell you anything. I know that they're not gonna tell you nothing. They were just happy he got married.
Family secrets, family just uncomfortable around you. The family's uncomfortable around you for whatever reason.
And if he was around a family full of women, oh, you can't read that room because they love those. The modern women, they love those the Rainbow Crew. That's how come. They love the Rainbow Crew. I'm just gonna be honest. So of course he's not gonna know. If it was a whole bunch of women, because I bet you his father wasn't there. I notice a lot of people that do that except Magic Johnson. He the only one. And Dwayne Wade, they allow their boys to be that way, but men not gonna allow they sons to be like that.
I think a man can tell the difference.
Oh, they can.
Now I'm thinking of, gosh, I want to say I was 11, and my mom, it was a what is it called? Bring your kid to work day.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I was psyched. I had this leopard print little dress on. I remember. Hey, how are you? Who's that? You're muted, dear. I can't see.
You still muted. I think they got a.
I got it.
Okay, there we
My
go.
camera was supposed to be blocked out. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong thing. I apologize.
You're right. You're right. Who's speaking?
That was. I hit the wrong thing. I apologize. This is
There's an echo.
18. You're right. Because I got two devices running. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Hey, 18. Woo, 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 woo.
Hey, lovely ladies.
Hey, how
How
you
you doing today?
I'm great.
Nice little surprise.
I'm
Oh yeah.
sorry.
You're
Oh,
fine. You're fine.
you fine. How you been, sis?
I've been great.
Oh, that is
Good.
cool. That is
Go
cool.
back. Go back. Let's go back to the weddings and things.
Uh-oh, I
Oh,
want to
okay.
come on, sis.
Let's see. Trey, you boss 18. Technology kicking your A. You was already on cam. Might as well come back on.
Okay, Trey. I'm back.
There we go.
So, how we see
Yay.
sis?
Hey,
This
18.
Hey, hey,
one of my biggest supporters, Miss 18.
Hey, white school.
Hey, white school, how you
I
doing?
mean, excuse me. White
hello,
school is Janet and
everyone.
Trey is Malik.
Yep.
I love seeing Miss Olsen now. Let's
Thank
go
you.
back. I just interrupted the whole program.
No, you are right. You are right, sis. You are right, sis. So the format tonight, we were going to alternate between the talking points and role play. So whenever y'all ready, I'll come on up and we can get it done. We can go back and forth. Where were we?
We're talking about the weddings because Sis said something about going back to the weddings.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I was telling the story about when I was 11. Bring your kid to work.
Mhm.
I have my little leopard print dress on. And all the other children were there, and all the other kids were making fun of this one little Caucasian girl. And she was just as sweet as she can be, just full of energy, just hopping all over the place. Thinking, why are they being so mean to this girl? Then I find out that her father was transitioning from a man to a woman.
They don't think about those kids. They don't think about their kids.
And the little girl, she was all over her daddy,
Mm-hmm.
completely in love with him, as we are. And
Right.
these kids were just tearing her apart. And she was trying her best to keep her composure, but you could tell it was hurting her. And I'm
Right.
thinking, because I'm 11, I'm thinking, why does he want to be a woman? Ew. But me and that little girl, I think we were the only two that played together because the other kids didn't want to play with her. I felt so bad for her.
Yeah, you
I felt
can't talk
so
the
bad for
child
that little girl.
the sins of their parent. That's what their parents do. But kids is
Kids are so cruel.
cruel.
So cruel.
I had to go through that in school myself for being yellow. They gave me a
Oh,
hard time. They gave me
yeah.
When I was in the guys, when I was in the third grade, my
Mhm.
best friend was biracial, and her the father was black, the mother was white. I used to stay at their house. They had a swimming pool, everything, and they treated me so well. And I went there one day, and I didn't see the father. And then I went back and saw the father, and he sat all of us down, and he told us that he was leaving because he was gay. He
He
left his
told
wife.
you too?
He told all of us, yeah, because I used to be there all the time. She was my best friend. It was her and our other best friend. She died from sickle cell in the
Oh,
third grade. Yes, and he left, and it was like I fell apart too because he used to cook breakfast and like do a whole lot of stuff with us, but
Wow.
he left her for a man.
Ooh, I
you
feel
don't come back from stuff like that.
no,
You can't.
you
Mm.
really can't. And it's the same like these brothers marrying these women and they
Trey,
to a woman.
don't say that.
What do you say? Oh,
That wife must have been insufferable, drove him to men. Shame on you. Shame.
No, she seemed nice though. She
hey,
seemed reserved, very reserved and meek.
right. Wow, that is crazy.
Hey, Lady Novoa, superstar. Hey, Take Heed. Who am
Yes.
I missing? Hey, Milani. Milani, a boy I went to school with was straight and had a girlfriend, then was bisexual, then became gay and started dressing like a girl,
Mm.
people at school were making fun of him. Yeah, kids are cruel.
Yeah,
Kids are cruel.
I used to see it in school.
Hey. Oh, you muted.
Uh-oh. Oh, she
Lady
muted.
Novoa, superstar. Milani, he was never straight.
Right.
Mm.
No, right.
Sorry to butt in, but
Hey,
I
David.
think there's a particular issue concerning with unhealthy relations when people are not realizing the man they're married what pretend to be something that they're not. Because there's a lot of articles being report how they thought the man was straight, not realize he was hiding his tendencies. It's mostly common in Atlanta, Georgia. It's mostly common in some other states, but no one's not pointing out the obvious that there was red flag that a lot of women overlook.
Mm.
So part Trey may be correct in that stance, but we cannot forget that the other side to it, whereby you have here men confessing on the show like Ayala Van Zandt and many others say how they knew who they were, but they were trying to convince themselves that they're not. And they have kids. There was one particular news report before the pandemic how a man faked his death. He had two kids and a wife.
Mm.
Disappear to Mexico, just
Mm.
acting woman, then come back years later after everybody thought he was dead.
Mm-mm-mm. That is crazy.
Wife school, bro.
So
Don't be using my deodorant and hairbrush. Oh, Trey, men don't just become gay. It's black and white. Either you is or you ain't my baby. Trey,
Exactly.
Trey, woman
and that
experiment and
and
get a girl in college.
that's something that I was trying to point out because we see these things happening within our family. Either you have a cousin who's acting funny and you notice the flag, but you don't address the issue beforehand. You just act like, oh, you brush it off. Because according to BMU, in most black churches, the choir director more likely be is gay, or the one who plays the piano is more likely to be gay.
Mhm.
We're not addressing the obvious situation like what is going on. Why do women choose men with red flag, knowing that this could be the case?
I have something for you, David. The reason why they choose these men is so they can have that control over
Yeah,
them.
Trey, you have a fro now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't
I,
resist.
I see. Yeah, they want that.
Oh,
They
there
want
we
that
go.
control.
Pray that's the absolute truth. The whole church be gay now, women and men. It's really sad. I don't know what it's like in the city now,
Monique.
but I know down here in the South, it's terrible, especially the
Um,
AME church. It's a
I
lot of
can
piano players.
address the churches out here in New York City. There are some pastors who are under the radar gay, and they recruit certain people in the congregation who are gay into their church. I'm not gonna mention name
Mhm.
because they know me and I know them. Um,
Excuse me, you all. Excuse me. I have to address something. Malik, welcome, Malik, were you my Lyft driver a couple of weeks ago? Listen. I had just made the profiles for the gentleman, and then my Lyft driver was named Malik, and I was telling him about it.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
so funny. That's so
right.
funny.
Now,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
as I was saying about the church, this has been an ongoing trend for more than a decade. That's been happening, whereby you have the men of the cloth who are undercover gay.
Mhm.
They have an issue based on their upbringing. That's number one. Two, We have seen the likes of Bishop Eddie Long contradicting himself, who was also gay. We have seen a lot of things that's happened whereby this why a lot of men walk away from the church. And for a person like me who have actually served in the church and have seen these such things, even though when you want to point out the obvious, you get a pushback.
Walking around twisting and stuff with them tight pants on, them
Oh my
skinny jeans,
Uh,
twisting,
loud colors.
and behind bigger than mine. And I wear some a medium shirt and an extra large pants.
Now, you can blame what they're wearing, but you have to look at the outside influence. We got a
Right.
lot of the clothing store are pushing that type of gay-like outfit toward to men, and I am
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
person who follows society norm. I don't like fitted pants, never will and never will be. I don't like fitted shirt unless it's a compression shirt using for sport-related activity.
Right.
Any other thing is not my cup of tea. I don't know why the metrosexual women are supporting such nonsense, thinking it look cool on men until your man go the other direction. Then you got a problem. Then you want to paint the broad brush that all men are. This is something that remember what I say. What group of men are you referring to? Now I gotta say, what group of women are you dating?
Yep.
Are you dating the one that psychologically not stable in the mind, even though claim to have a degree, but their sense of reasoning is off the wall?
But David, the reason why they accept uh the rainbow community, especially the men, is because it's control. They also like the fact anything that make a man, especially a black man, look low, those hyenas gonna go for it every time. They rooting for it. They rooting for the downfall of a black man. They always root for the downfall.
Can I ask Trey a question? Why do you say women prefer gay men?
It would be better Trey to come up here and explain himself because I do have an idea why, but it's something that have been made known,
But
especially out in the
I would say most of the most of the men who's approached me that's been gay. I have a gay friend, and I asked him questions, and he said, "Amira, that should be a question that you ask the same way you ask a man if he's married, if he got a girlfriend, do you see someone from time to time? You should ask a man also if he's gay. You should have no problem asking that." And he said, "You will be able to tell when a man is gay because most men will get offended. And most of the time, when I ask guys that question that try to date me, I want them to look me in the face. And a lot do get offended, and I'll be like, oh, you gay. And there's some in my head, but there are some guys that won't ever talk to me again. And one of them just happened to be a band member of a church.
Mm.
And he was younger. He was like 28,
Wow.
28. I'm 50. Yeah, he was like 28, 29. He had children, but I just saw it in him, the femininity.
Mm.
Yeah, I can see them a mile away. I be looking at them like soon as I can just see it. They be it's the way they carry themselves, they posture, they just be looking like I'm like, and the way they do their hands, I'm like, come on now. Oh, don't get me started on that the tight lips they be doing. Like we can see them from a mile away. But what gets me is a lot of women that get with him say, I didn't know, girl, you knew he was like that. You wanted to call yourself thinking that box was gonna change him, make him straight. If you
Andre.
pop on
What?
him, it's magically
Yes.
over.
And they're also asking you to peg them. Okay.
Now that's the biggest red flag. Let a man ask you to peg him.
I'm assuming that's something to do with the behind.
Sodomy.
Yes, you use an
Okay.
apparatus.
Mhm. Yep.
We
That
got the
That is
famous
exit
Trey
only.
in the studio right now.
Hey, Trey Boo, how you doing?
What's going on, ladies?
It's another beautiful day. Grateful for it. If a man is telling you to eat his butt, you definitely need to ask. Okay.
I say you definitely need to ask. That needs to be one of the first questions. If you can ask if a man is married, if you want to know if he's seeing somebody, if he's married or anything, if he have children, he needs to be asked, are you homosexual? Have you ever dealt in homosexuality? Are you bisexual? No, we're not talking bad and attacking the black church. We're telling the truth about it. Look into it. Open your eyes to it. Open your mind to it, because open your spirit to it, because it's the truth.
yeah,
Fast,
No,
pray,
we
and
haven't
a
had this
whole
Um,
debate
lot of
in a
things will be
long
revealed to
time.
you.
right.
I want to address what Milani said because this is not only it's only true, but let me tell you what's going on within the metro area. That a lot of women are trying to shame men if you don't like their butthole being touched, like there's nothing wrong with that. That's another trend that's been going on because when we hear these type of conversations,
Oh,
especially in the
so
workforce, and you respond to it like something's wrong with it, and they look at you like, "What? Why are you so hostile? Are you having some issue with your sexuality? Are you feeling some?" That indirect will just to kind of call you out as if you are homophobic. That has been a trap being used within the workforce as well among the metro area. There's a reason why you see a lot of guys moving away
Right.
from such female or females in general because this type of shaming tactic that so many women trying to use against guys. Now, I'm more of a old school, maybe you can call me a caveman or the barbarian kind of man, but I'm the one that kind of like to work with my hand kind of man. I'm not the metrosexual where my hand is tougher than a woman kind of man. That is not me.
Right.
I like having a rough hand. It makes me feel alive. But then you got guys who don't know what hard work feel like. You touch their hand is more feminine than a woman.
yeah,
I'm
that is
just
not
saying.
attractive. That is not attractive.
Yes, that
Man
hand
having
be
soft
heavy.
hands.
That
Mm-mm.
hand be heavy. It's heavy. I call that a heavy hand.
It's a
Mm-mm.
yeah, you funny sis, but it is.
Y'all not about to shame me because I moisturize. That's not about to happen.
No, that you fine on that.
Rise tree.
Talking about those that get their nails painted, they get
No,
manicures,
no.
pedicures.
I understand trade plight. If you're in the gym every day, you have callousing your hands, something you want to moist. I understand not plight. What I'm
Actually,
There's
I
a
referring
don't.
to,
difference, Trey.
I don't have calluses.
oh, okay.
Actually, I don't know why. Maybe I need to lift heavier weights. I guess I'm not sure. I don't know why, but yeah, actually, like I mean, I like they're there a little bit, but they're not what you would think they are. I get compliments on my hands all the time. It's like, oh, your hands are so soft, and they're surprised, being in the military and all that. They're like shocked. Like I'm shocked you have like such soft hands. I'm like, well, yeah, I use lotion and moisturize. Like I'm not, I wasn't raised in a barn.
He said that that
But Trey, you wouldn't say your hands are soft like a woman's. You wouldn't say that, right?
Well, of course not. No, there's nothing soft about me. Like,
Yeah.
well, I take that back.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
I definitely have better skin than a lot of women I've dated. But I would say
yeah, I
not my
say
hands, not my hands, but my skin. I've dated a bunch of women where I had much better skin than.
Trey,
Hell,
do you do body
I
scrubs?
didn't get my first pimple until I was like 21.
Do you do
Ooh,
body
lucky
scrubs,
you. I look like a
Trey?
chocolate chip.
I don't do body scrubs, but the soap that I use has an exfoliant in
right.
it. So I guess it's
He,
technically the same.
but my son is like that. He used coconut oil because he had eczema,
Gloves.
so he used coconut oil. He only moisturized with coconut oil,
Mm-hmm.
and he only used what's it called, Dr. Bronner's on his skin.
Oh, Dr. Bronner's.
He got pretty
Hey,
skin.
y'all not
Right.
about the clown. Y'all not about the clown.
Nah, I don't
Hygiene.
want no ashy man. We don't
No,
want an
there's a
ashy man.
difference. There's a difference between a feminine hand and just a well-maintained man's hand. There's still a difference.
Did the link get dropped in the chat for people to join us? Okay, I found it. I found it. We got somebody that want to join us.
Hey, Edward. There's a black pastor in Texas got sued for 2.4 million for giving a woman herpes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a second lawsuit pending. Ugh.
Yep,
It's,
I
it's,
heard about
it's,
it.
it's the it's the gift that keep
No,
gifts that keep on giving.
no,
Mm-hmm.
no, Trey. This is better. He was laying hand. No, not he wasn't laying hand. He was laying a different kind of hand on them. He was trying to bless them, and not bless them end up multiplying. Let me be quiet because I'm shady. I'm real shady. I'm sorry.
Let me because I only came
Mm.
up here to answer 18's question. Let me answer your question real quick, 18, if that's all right, Alicia, Mrs. O.
Oh, yeah,
Go
it's
right
fine.
ahead, Trey.
Oh, Trey, were you
So
going to
here,
role play later, or do you want to role play, or you don't have time this evening?
why don't we give another guy an opportunity? If they don't want to come up, then I'll do it.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
you
Thank
got
you,
Lou and Del Monte and all that. I mean, tell one
Thank
of them to come
you.
up here and
thank you,
do it.
Trey.
We
But
appreciate your time.
but yeah, to answer the question, a lot of these women prefer homosexual men is because at their core they're still men, so therefore they're still useful, they still have value, right? A gay man can still change a tire. A gay man can, still, unclog a toilet. A gay man can still help you hang up a TV or put a bed together or come put your furniture together. A gay man still has the strength of a man. He's still at his core a man. And what he doesn't bring the sexual satisfaction need along with him, right? Like, Amir, if you call me over to come hang a TV, we getting it in. Like, I'm not coming over for no reason. Like, you don't get to use my services and I don't get nothing out of it. But a gay man, right? He's not necessarily coming. Maybe he might want to do some other activities. He might want to, gossip. He might want to, help you in, with your nail colors or pick out an outfit or, help you rearrange your closet, some silly shit like
That's
that.
true.
But
That's
but but
true.
straight men have an expectation. Most, not all guys, but most straight men have an expectation where if you asking us to use our value, use our masculinity, well, we expect to be rewarded in some either gonna cook or something gonna happen, something going down here. You're not just getting our masculinity for free unless you're committed to us, unless you're our wife or in a long-term relationship, then of course that comes along with the package. So that's why a lot of these women prefer to be around gay men because they still get the protection from the men when they go out. Right? You see them walking around with gay dudes, but the dude he's 6'3", 6'4". It's like he's still a dude. You know what I mean? He's still a dude, like he's 6'4". So they still get the protection, still get all of these valuable things which would be out of a man, but they don't have to worry about him trying to get up under that skirt at the end of the night.
Okay. Understandable.
Definitely, yeah, much more relaxed around them. You don't have that pressure,
And they cook.
and they're
They're,
hilarious.
they're
They
very
are
clean.
hilarious.
Yes.
I swear, all of them are comedians.
And the other thing, Amir, your straight men don't want to gossip. I don't want to sit there and listen to your guy. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Like straight men are not gonna sit
No.
there and
Mm-mm.
we're not gonna do that.
No,
You
you're
know,
not.
but a gay man will cuddle up with you on the couch and y'all
No.
have y'all
Mm-mm.
favorite
You
snack.
ain't
You can
gonna
watch your
cuddle now.
you know.
That's
Hey,
too
hey,
much.
Alicia, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I used to hate when it was like Tuesday night or like Thursday night, and my girl was like, "Oh, it's our turn to watch our reality show," and I'd be like, "Oh, like I don't want to do." You know what I mean? But you got to do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like gay men are happy to do that shit with you. Me, I'm like,
They
but the
love
Lakers,
it.
but the Lakers
Excuse
are playing.
me.
You know
Excuse
what I mean?
me.
Like in my
Excuse
head,
me.
I'm like, the Lakers are
Excuse
playing.
me. Excuse me, Trey, for a minute. Andre Terry, we're talking about men in general. They can be green, they can be purple, they can be black, they can be white, they can be yellow, any color. We're not just talking about black men. And if we're referring to black men, it's because those are the ones that we be around. We don't dog black men out on this channel. That's one thing we don't do. But sometimes some people don't like the truth. And that's the problem with the black community. We don't like the truth. We disregard the truth, and the truth be looking us straight in the eye. That's why we can't change. That's why the black community is going down, not up.
Whoops, you
Go
didn't.
ahead, Trey.
Thank you, Amir.
Well. Mhm.
Hey Trey, we're not mad, but I'm tired of people saying how we dog the black community. We're not dogging the black community. We looking slummy out there as America, period. America looking like a three-ring circus right now with everything that's going on in it. And it's the absolute truth. If nobody's ashamed of our country and some of the ghettos in the slums,
Oh,
then it
America.
got to be us.
Yeah, our national anthem sound like this right now. Dun, 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 dun,
Yes,
dun,
them
dun,
other
dun,
countries
dun,
laughing
dun,
at
dun.
us.
Man, a three-ring circus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy. It's like this whole. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there because I'm not even into politics. I have my reserved opinion about that. But it look crazy. United States look really really weak, really weak right now. That's all I have to say.
Golly.
As a person who lived in another country for more than several years, I will say this because this has always been the conversation from people from other ethnic groups from outside the U.S. We look and see what's being projected on the media, aka the TV, on the internet. And when we see these things, which I've been trying to explain to people for more than 2 decades, what being projected is showing a standard image what they perceive of America. When you have so much ratchet TV portraying black people as ratchet, but you don't control your media, but you have to control the narrative of who you are. You cannot get mad when people see what they see. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know
But
what? That is, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's one thing: society and the powers that be put out there what they want to get put out there. It's always been systematic. They had a systematic plan to just mess us over, wipe us out, do whatever they did. A lot of people still thinking they free. We still slaves. I'm just gonna say we still slaves because we gotta we gotta do everything under the guise of the government. I wouldn't even read. I wouldn't even read all that, y'all. So
and I do agree with you saying because this is what I was trying to explain earlier. But even when Kevin was speaking, the idea of the divide of true Black America, that has been going on for more than 2 decades. I
Hey,
remember I
Andre.
explained to Alicia about the question I always put out there when they want to paint black men with a broad brush. I asked a specific question: what group of black men are you referring to? The same applied to black women as well. There have been a divide for the longest, for more than 3 to 4 decades. A certain group of black people are separating themselves from the masses because they realize they don't relate to them in that type of ideology. They don't see things as them because what normally being said, if you speak proper, you are a sellout. If you carry yourself in a proper form, they say something is wrong with you. If you conduct yourself in a certain way, they think you're not black enough. Now, I was told such thing, and I had to turn around and hold up. How I'm not black enough when I am 100% pure gray hair with no
Oh yeah,
artificial flavor black?
you definitely black enough. Ain't no doubt about that, David.
No, but
Zero doubts about that, David. You are
but the
black
thing is,
enough. Matter of fact,
but
you
it
got
was
extra black for some of us who are low
um
on our black.
David, I'm sorry,
yeah.
brothers, real quick. Can you, you put the link to
Oh,
the
well, shit, it worked now.
museum?
Oh, hey, Keith.
Let's cut this down here.
How you doing,
Uh,
Jeremy Hill
you
Show?
sound like an uncle.
Hello,
Hey, what up now? How
Jeremy.
y'all doing? Hold on. Let me get
Ooh, I
my,
like
my
that.
earphones here. I guess I got to
Dashiki.
wear these things here for a little bit now. Hold on, Michelle. Let me
All
get this thing
right.
on here. Yeah, I'm trying to
From
figure
now
out.
on, his
My
name is
speaker ain't
Uncle
really working here.
Jeremy.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
you can hear your Uncle Jeremy.
We can hear you.
Uncle Jeremy. Okay, I don't mind being called uncle and stuff. That's fine with me. That means I done lived a little while. I can deal with that. I don't want to be called dead, Jeremy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So, Uncle Jeremy is cool with me. Y'all can dig that, Jack, for real. How y'all doing today?
All right,
Very
how
Doing good.
well.
We're doing
Grateful for
good.
another day. What about
Man,
you?
I'm doing all right. You had me rolling over here because I was listening about what y'all was talking about, the gay preachers and stuff like that on the down low. Now let me tell y'all here in H-Town, man, them boys busting them boys back out down here, boy. They down
Hmm?
there, boy. They get them in that prayer closet, man, and everybody in the church be pointing at them like, yeah, that's him right now. That's the dude who touch your booty. So everybody knows. You know what I mean? We got that big down here. You know what I mean? For sure. And we also, the gentleman was talking about, I don't know which one. He was talking about
Excuse
some
me,
person,
Jeremy.
some
Excuse
preacher.
me, Jeremy. One
I'm
minute.
sorry.
Excuse me.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Andre Terry, you could keep talking, but I don't go back and forth. If you watch this channel, you should know you can have it. I'm not a back and forth person. Okay?
You talking to me?
Ain't no fight in me.
somebody in the
She
chat?
was
So
referring
they
to one
doing,
of the people in the
doing,
Ain't
chat.
no fight
Oh,
in me.
it's
oh,
throwing
okay.
it's in
Amira, don't worry about it.
okay,
I
Go
okay,
ahead,
said what
sis.
I said and I'm done.
right. Okay, Mr. Jeremy,
Yes, ma'am.
and hear what you got to say because I'm very interested in hearing what you got to say, sir.
What you want to hear about? Tell me about you. What is it?
What you was just talking about, I'm sorry to rudely interrupt you.
Oh,
I'm
don't worry about it. I heard you talking a while ago. Is it Amira? Amira? That's how you say your name?
It's a Myra.
Amira. Yeah, you was going in a while ago. You were right when you said like the black community like that don't like truth and stuff. I deal with that all the time on my channel. But the secret of that is it's not really giving a damn if they don't like it or not. You just got to keep on going about your business, keep on pushing up yonder. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? I don't be giving a damn. Period. If you watch me, you know it.
exactly.
But they busting boys back out down here. To go back to that, yeah. They busting them boys back out. Something tough out here. And that gentleman who was talking about somebody got herpes. I think that was in Houston. I think that the particular preacher is the pastor that used to be the pastor of the Fountain of Praise. I think it was the name of the church out here. And like he was knocking down the sisters down there and giving out good old slap me down herpes and stuff. And they got caught. That's all it was. Yep. That's all.
He wanted to anoint them.
Oh yeah, he anointed them all right. He baptized the hell out of them. I'll tell you that right now. Put them all in the prayer closet. Is that what they call them? In the prayer closet and stuff, where they lay hands on you. And I mean, I mean, is that what it was? Because you had to lay hands on them to catch it, right? So that's how I look at it, man. But hey, yeah. I just want to come on the Mrs. O show. That's what I want to tell everybody when I get out of here today. I go on the Mrs. O show. You know what I mean? So there it is.
Just
And
that you have
imagine he's in
Jeremy
Houston.
because
I'm in New York.
Oh, you in New York, NYC. All right.
yeah, I want to come in your show, Jeremy. That time you had the German lady on there. The sisters is attacking her left and right. She said nothing bad about us black women.
Oh,
She just said what she's seen, what she experienced, and she's speaking truth. Whenever a woman speaks truth, especially when it comes to our people, especially black women, they just ruthless. They just want to tear your head off like the pack of hyenas they are.
Oh, she
They
told nothing but the truth. I'm
oh yeah,
sorry to interrupt you. I'm
you.
sorry.
I watched it. I had to watch it because I wanted to join. Remember, but something came up. I was having problems, but yeah, when I went back and I listened to it, I was like, "Where's the lie?" Black women are the main ones that are not accountable for anything. You can see
Mm.
them steal money right in front of you. The first thing they tell you, "I didn't do it," and you're delusional. They just, I don't know. It's just sad. It's just sad. Sometimes I have to laugh and keep crying, keep laughing, so I don't cry about this stuff. So
But
I
what
agree.
Uncle Jimmy was saying about the church, we both see the same similar thing. I see the same thing in New York City. I was serving in the church, and I've seen some men that were kind of questionable. And now, me being a full African man, I try to keep that African side in check because I know how African men address certain men, or we see something in front of them. That infamous show when the interviewer asked him one question,
you broke up there a little, David.
Look
"Why
at
are you gay?" I try not to
David,
do that
there you are.
Damn, you came
because
in with you gay. I didn't hear nothing else till you said.
because my no, because I'm just saying that you can imagine that impact when he asked that question. Because when you see in a church and you see such a thing, and you are full blooded African man, you try not to say it, and you try to ask yourself, what would happen if I come off that way? Everybody look at me funny, like, who am I calling gay? So I had to keep my mouth shut a lot of time and observe from a distance and look at the leadership and see what they would do about it. And most kids they don't do nothing about it. So
They
imagine,
don't, Black David, because they want that money. They don't, and they accept it because they want that money. You got to
I
think
under,
a lot of
I,
gay homosexual people, they are high, they are paid highly, and they stick together. My aunt told me like 20 years ago that they look out for each other in jobs and everything. And a lot of them are paid highly.
I understand that, but I grew up among a lot of strong African men, and trust me when I believe this. The African men I grew up in, they're more militant. They don't really have time for the shenanigans. They call out, they see it. Worst case tonight, they'll pull you on the circuit and say, "What's wrong with you?" They'll call you out. So I get it and I understand it. So when I see in the black churches, even when I attend and I work and serve there, and they do nothing to fix it, what do you think happened? It makes men like me walk away from the church.
Yeah,
I don't blame the fact that we had a separation called the Hebrew Israelite because majority of them were Christian to begin with. I'm
right,
not stupid. I've been aware of it.
right,
It's my understanding in Africa and Jamaica, but
Hmm.
it was Jamaican that I knew first, that if you were homosexual, you can get killed actually for being
Um,
homosexual. They don't accept it.
Haiti
let's
too.
say, let's say, let's say the word
Haiti
delete.
too.
Let's say delete. I live in Nigeria, and I explain to people that it's not the government you have to worry about in Nigeria. It's the local because at a preteen, I saw a gay man ran for his life, and a huge mob was chased after him. Some had petroleum kegs, some had the torch, some had rope, some had tires. So you
And what
do
they gonna
that
do?
calculation.
They gonna beat the gay out of them?
Nah, they gonna set them on fire
Oh,
in that
the
tire. They're gonna put them in that tire
No,
and
tires.
set that thing on
Oh my
fire.
goodness. Right.
you didn't hear the calculation. I said some had the torch, some had the petroleum keg, some had
Mm-hmm.
the rope, some had the tire. You do the mathematical equation all together. That is what they do. And I was 11, 12, and I was
Yeah, man.
shocked. So when they do that to people who work in the hay, they also do that with people who steal. If you're stealing from someone who is stealing from their market, they'll do the same thing to you or they chop your hand off. They don't play that. So that's the local, not the government.
right.
In their
And I,
community, because let me tell you something, Black David. I used to work at a youth camp. It was an alternative to jail when I was young. A lot of children are molested. I had a guy tell me,
Come
he
on,
said,
man.
Miss Myra, this was when I was working
Really?
at Wells Fargo. And he sat next to me and he said that he hello loss. He said when he was 12, he used to play outside and his brother had a best friend and they all used to play in front of his house. And somehow the brother, best friend brother called him in the house and he had his door fixed in his bedroom some way where he couldn't get out and he raped him. And
Shit.
his grandmother asked him, "How did you get like this?" And he told his grandmother, and he was like, "I really believe that that dude put the gay spirit in me because before he did that to him, he liked girls." He said he always wanted to be dressed up in school for the girls. And I can't blame people from Jamaica and Africa for doing away with people. It might sound harsh in their community, but a lot of guys in the youth camp, they were raped by uncles, baby, how you say it, uh, boyfriends, fathers, whoever. I had one child tell me, I looked at him, I said, well, he looked a little young. He was short. He was 11. He said, I don't want to see my mother. His mother came for a visit. And he said, Miss Myra, I'm not going to see my mother. And I said, why? He said, you know why I'm in here? Because I shot my stepdad because he was on my 7-year-old sister. And I said, well, I'm not going to make you see your mother. I'm just going to tell her that you don't want to visit and you refuse, and there's nothing we can do about it.
That is tough.
and I'm
God.
glad you mentioned Amira because Every year, I go online and check up one of my country and look at the newspaper, and I've seen those such articles whereby their father was molesting their daughter, and the moment he get caught, it's the people who are trying to deal with him before the police officer get in their hand on him. And there's a lot of that been going on, not only in my country, multiple African countries. Even Oshodu Jackson, who's in Uganda, say the same exact thing. You look at the local, they don't wait for police to handle their business. They deal with themselves because that's ingrained in their culture. So when I explain to people, this is not no idea. This has been passed down for more than hundred or thousands of years. What they consider to be taboo.
But
There
you
was
know
a
what?
time they were a little barbaric about twin, and they learned the lesson about twin. It's not demonic. They got over that. But what is morally right, they stay by it, regardless of what anybody think or feel. And that's how they keep their community intact for a reason, because they don't want none shenanigans to be coming from the outside to influence the way they think.
But
Hey,
you know what,
David.
David?
Mm.
It's even
Well,
happened over
well,
here. I'm sorry, sis. I'm gonna say this real quick.
and then we'll get lost in.
Okay, I'm sorry, Hus. What happens is it's not just over there; it's over here too. Because I know of and I seen fathers when they find out that you touched their daughter or their son, hell has no fury. I will give an example, real quick. Um, it happened to me when I was a child. Okay, my father, my grandfather, all my uncles, they went up to old boy's job. They snatched him up out of there. They broke both his arms, broke both of his legs. My grandfather was a cop at the time, and they took him. They just strolled his ass right up in the into the jail. And I didn't know. All I know is I heard about it and this, that, and the third, and went to court. He was all mangled up. So it that's a when you
Justice.
great, yes, when you great, I say great because I hate to say the other
Yeah,
word.
I was about to say we need
When you,
to put say essay for
yeah,
YouTube purposes. So
yeah, I say
yeah,
great so everybody know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Lit. When a person break a child, especially a child, you are actually
y'all gonna make me hit this button.
that's considered deletion because you
Oh
delete
yes.
their soul. You're deleting their soul. You put that evil demonic spirit into these children, and that's why
Mm.
you find a lot of them in the rainbow community, and it always start off like that. And I'm going to say this: a lot of times when the kids go through essay like that, it be on the mothers. They bring
Yeah.
everybody in the damn house.
Yes.
They don't even know these men. As soon as they meet them on they mess with the guys that was in jail, prison. You're not checking their background. You don't know what they got locked up for. You meet these guys on these chats, and you just met him for one day. You talked to him one time, and he in your door and around your children. And
Yeah.
that's where that community started. And I'm gonna always say, and I don't care anybody like me, don't like me, I don't give a damn. If it wasn't for the black woman being out of line, we would not have this problem with the rainbow community.
Agreed.
Mm, mm,
You
mm.
know how many times I've dated black women and when they open up to you, when they get close to you like that, there's been a lot of black women that I've dated who have been a victim of what the gentleman say S-aid. A lot of them. I mean, when they get close to you and they start. I had a woman in my bed before, and I was in a relationship with her. And every time you try to hold her, she started flittering, start kicking, pushing a little bit. And I said, "Hey, what's going on with you? You know what I mean? What the hell?" So she started telling me. She started telling me about her mother knowing about her boyfriends. Now, hear me when I said boyfriends. I didn't say boyfriend. Boyfriends would touch on her, and she would go tell her mama about it. Mama be thinking she lying because mama wanted to keep the dude in the house. No, this is a very real thing. So, like, people think I'm hard on women, but I'm really not. I just be telling people what's really going on out there. You know what I mean? A lot of these women have dropped the ball. They're supposed to be protecting the daughters. If they're going to put the man out, man can't be there. Guess what? Now you're the guardian. So be responsible. But they don't want to do that. They want to go out there, have a good time, go sniff some lines, pop some pills, get some pipe run up in them. And that's all they want to do, help the club like that and look like everybody else. They're in competition with their own daughters and shit, dressing just like them, dressing just as hoish or provocative as they are. But then when you tell them that, you're a bad guy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But it's reality, though.
Right.
But you
Okay.
know what? Speaking of being the bad guy, Jeremy, I want to talk to you about your conversation you had with our favorite German lady last week.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know where it's gonna go, man. But let's get it, brother. Let's get it,
Hey,
homeboy.
you know what I'm saying? I'm here to spice up this conversation just a little bit, man.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what? Here's
Do I need
the
to pour
thing.
another drink?
Listen, you get ready, get you some ice.
Oh
man.
shit. Let me get my scotch. Let me get my scotch. Oh,
Get your
baby.
setup together, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm listening, brother.
we're talking about vetting, right? You know what I'm saying? And last week you had a young lady from Germany. Of course, you know she was making her rounds around the internet or whatever.
Yes,
and
sir.
she was saying that it was easy for her. You know what I mean? Because her man wasn't used to nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And what
sir.
happened was the sisters got upset because they thought that she was talking about black women when she wasn't. She was talking about Western women in general, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we hear things like, you know, this situation where the women who have been around their mother's boyfriends or whatever causing all type of drama, that's not something that's necessarily converted over to something that a man could use. You see what I'm saying? It's one of those situations where women would make excuses for their bad behavior, even though it has nothing to do with how they treat their man. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
in this particular situation, she was saying that it was easy for her to treat her man, bring him, you know, little bowls of fruit or whatever. But at the same time, we got chicks on stage with Kamala Harris doing twerk offs.
Oh,
A disgrace. A disgrace. It's a
You know what I'm
disgrace.
saying? Having
Yes.
twerk offs and stuff. But yet they still want people to choose them. You see what I'm saying? So what say you on the matter at hand because of that?
What is the question exactly, sir?
Well, basically the question is, why is it that sometimes we have our women get offended when other women point out our women's inadequacies? You see what I'm saying? It's like if the men tell them, hey, don't do that, they don't listen to them. But the minute a white woman open her mouth up and say something, it's like, oh, you can't talk on black folks' business.
Two answers. One is a lack of maturity. The other answer is hypocrisy. Well, I'll give you another answer. A lack of accountability as well. Because like when I say immaturity, man, you ever see a child, man, and the child want to do what the hell the child want to do, and you stop that child, and that child start acting crazy and throwing temper tantrums and stuff like that? That's
Right.
what we see in our women. Our women, a lot of our women are nothing more but tall children, okay? And a lot of times, the women that we have right now, their mothers failed them. You know what I mean? Their grandmothers failed them. Because I know some women right now who grandmother and mama be in them streets. I know women who have mothers that's on Facebook and Instagram, mama on there popping coochie on the damn Instagram, all over TikTok, and her children are following her. Her children are her friends. So what it comes down to, brother, is like a lack of teaching, all right? And a lack of shame. All this shit about fat positivity, all that is eat burger encouragement. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to shaming people. Because when we grew up, I'm 47 in October. When I grew up, there were certain things you did that people looked down upon. Like, for example, let's take hip hop, for example. Back in the day, you couldn't bite somebody's shit, they style or they flow. They said, man, you bite, man, you ain't original. Now everybody want to be like everybody else. And that's another thing, because a lot of people don't have love for themselves. People don't want to be unique no more. Nobody want to be an individual no more. Everybody want to follow everybody like some dumb ass sheep. So that's one of the biggest problems. And I do say, and like when I see women say this shit, and I kind of disagree on sometimes women say like, we're not here to educate the men. I say do it as well as the men educate the women, because we need all the help we can get. Because wisdom don't know a gender. Wisdom doesn't know a race. Wisdom can come to you from a mouth of a babe. So I don't think we should put any type of restrictions on education or knowledge or discernment. We don't have that. We are in a drought of morality. We are in a drought. You get what I'm saying? We need every drop of wisdom that we can get. You know what I mean? So that's my answer to the question. I hope I answered it thoroughly enough. But like the reason is they're immature, man. Yeah.
Oh, you did. You did. And the reason why I asked that is because it's getting to the point where it's now a huge difference between the ladies who were ladies when we were coming up versus to what we have now. It's like they keep forgetting how to be a lady little by little, day by day by day. So I'm thinking to myself, if we have this now, what is it going to look like 10, 15 years from now? You know? What's the worst that could happen?
He'll be in a museum.
I think that over time, it's going to be a movement of gradualism, meaning that over time, it will get back to where it's supposed to be, but not anytime soon. Because I think they did a survey where it said about the year 2035 or 2030 or something like that, it's gonna be less than what I forget how it was. It's gonna be so many single women. You get what I'm saying?
2030. I think it's gonna be
it's not
like
that
half.
far off. It's not that far off. So what they're gonna do, man, when they start seeing that nobody wants them, all the women who are cowardly right now, when I say cowardly, I mean the women who are not like the ratchet hoes, the ones who are actually respect the small remnant of women who try to be as traditional as they possibly can. Those women are going to start shouting. They're going to start fighting. They're not motivated yet. When they get to a point where they can't get no man, the good women, then you're going to see a hissy fit. Then you're going to start seeing them fighting and screaming and yelling and stuff like that. You musty back helpers, you hoes, I can't stand you no more. That's when you're going to start seeing that. Right now, they in the background because they scared. And it's like that old school saying, the noisiest wheel get the most oil. So
Right.
the unfortunately, the mass of women, I'll say mass, not all, but the mass of black women are ratchet. Okay. And there's a small percentage of women who are not. But unfortunately, the ones who are ratchet are getting all the attention. They are eclipsing the shine of the women that are traditional. You know what I mean? So my thing is to bring shame and put light on those people's behavior. That's what I like to do. And that's just my humble opinion on that shit, like I said.
And what does the light do?
What does the light do?
You put this light on them, and then what? What happens after that?
The light doesn't make them do anything because it ain't my responsibility to make them make the choice. All I can do is choose for myself. So when I put the light on them, if they choose to listen to it, then they make a decision based on the information. If they choose to reject that information, it has nothing to do with me. So when I put the light on them, it's for people who want to see it, not for people who don't want to see it. So for example,
like
excuse me, Trey, excuse me, Trey, Trey. You're welcome to have your Trey. I'm not going to overtalk you, bro. Hey, Trey. Yeah, but if you ask me a question, have enough, bro.
We're not going back to no shaming days.
Look here, man. Just because you can overtalk somebody don't mean you making a point. Just because you get loud don't mean that you're smart. Now, when I tell you something, now, if you're gonna ask me a question, let me answer the question, brother.
I don't want to hear your answer. It's crap.
You can stop it.
You are very disrespectful, man. You're a disrespectful dude, bro.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't look. You're disrespectful. If you're gonna ask me a question, then be man enough to listen to my answer, and then I'll be quiet and I will listen to you.
You're sitting here.
You can stop it.
You feminine. No, you a beta male, but you emotional, dog. You emotional as fuck, bro. No, bro. You are emotional, bro. You emotional.
Gentlemen.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Because you just, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see. I'm not one of them dudes that want to talk back at you, homie.
Koofies and kente cloth at all for us to go back.
Apparently ain't enough hairlines either. Apparently ain't enough hairlines on your motherfucking head either. You bald head motherfucker.
Gentlemen, this isn't a space for that.
You got the wrong one, cuz. I'm telling you right now.
We're not going back. Get over it. Move on.
Going back to what? Man, look, man. But I'm trying to respect this program, but I'm saying you a bitch, bro. You sound like a little bitch. I'm letting you
keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.
When y'all damn near 50-year-olds gonna get some better ideas?
When you gonna shut the fuck up and listen to people?
When y'all damn
No. When you gonna get out your damn emotions, homie? When you gonna get out your emotions, bro? No, you got the wrong one, bro. I'm gonna tell you, you really got the wrong one. If everyone treat me respectfully, I treat them respectfully. You the only one acting like a female, bro.
Gentlemen, please.
Do it back in the 40s.
Bro, look here. I tell you what, if I wish you was here. I'm gonna leave it at that. I wish you was here.
I know. All you guys that wear kente cloths and koofies are tough guys. I know.
Okay. You sound just like the oppressor right there. You sound like, bro, you feminine as a motherfucker, bro. You feminine as hell, bro. You ain't got no nuts, bro. You ain't got no nuts, dog. You came in attacking me for no reason.
Yeah, because your ideas are stupid.
Look, you can have your opinion about my ideas being stupid. You have a right to that, but for you to be disrespectful, you don't have the right to that.
Gentlemen, we're gonna have to drop both of you if you don't cut it out.
All right, I'm done. Hey, I'm done with the female, man. I'm through with it.
Be gone.
No, you be gone, ho.
Take your bullshit ass ideas with you.
I wish you come to Houston, fool.
Nah, y'all too gay down there for me. You just
Your
sat there
mama
and
gay,
told,
nigga.
You just sat there and told us they down there breaking out backs. Then you just
you the one in line. You want it, bro.
I don't go to Houston.
You want it. You want to get your back busted out like them boys, don't you?
That's you, buddy. Y'all down there in Houston.
Wow.
Boy, you got the wrong boy. I'm done with you, homie.
All right,
Peace.
gentlemen.
Everything was peaceful
Take
till
them
this fool came up
bullshit
this
ass
hoe.
ideas with you too. Bye. Get out
Take
of
your
here.
mama out there to the street, man. I put on the Horace Road.
I know. That's not gonna work. That's weak. I thought you was leaving. Get
You
out
can
of here.
stop it.
Peace. Take them
Bro, you
bullshit
can't run
ass
me out of here, bro.
1950s ideas
This ain't
with
your
you.
show,
You don't know
bro.
what a black community ain't going nowhere? Because
You
we
know what?
stuck.
I'm gonna let you
Gentlemen.
talk. I'm gonna let you talk.
50, 60
I'm gonna let you
years
talk,
ago.
man. Keep
We
talking like a
stuck.
female. You weak,
We
man. You
can't
are so
go nowhere
emotional, bro.
because we
Why
get
did you
stupid ass
attack
niggas
me?
like him that want to come
Why
on
did
here
you?
and
Why are
have
you attacking me
bullshit
though?
ass
What did?
ideas.
Why
Oh,
are
we
you
need to bring
attacking me?
Shane back. And what you gonna do? You
Why
shame
are
on
you
everyone.
attacking me?
How many times Megan Thee Stallion
No,
been
I'm
shamed?
asking you.
How many
Why are
times she
you
been shamed?
attacking me?
She don't give a fuck. She's still getting paid.
Why
She
are
don't
you
care.
attacking me?
Yeah,
Why
because
are
you're
you
an
attacking me for
idiot.
my beliefs?
Because you represent the stupid black men of America. You're an idiot. And y'all keep saying that
Yeah,
change
yeah. You
your
know
shit.
what?
Oh,
You tough on this damn screen, bro.
Ooh. Uh-oh. All righty.
Wow.
What
I'm
in
sorry I had to do that, brothers. I love you both, but we can't have that here. A little disagreement's all right, but y'all were going a bit far. Oh.
Hey, it's cool, man. I'm sorry for disrespecting your program, but I don't tolerate disrespect. I still got that in me, so I apologize to the brother as well who has a problem with me. But I don't take kindly to people. You can have a problem with my ideas. I had no issue with you disagreeing with me, but being disrespectful and attacking me, calling me stupid and stuff like that. Come on, where's the line gonna be crossed at, man? Come on, I can't. I'm a man at the end of the day. All right, so like to the brother that's mad at me, I apologize if I offended you, but I was wrong for that. But you cannot talk to a grown man like that. I don't know where you come from, but I'm not raised that way. All right, so if I offended you, I apologize. That's all I can tell you. But I'm not going to tolerate any disrespect ever in my life from nobody.
my
I'm
camera?
sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to bring that. I'm sorry for what I apologize, Mr. O. This is your platform. I shouldn't did that, but I have a history, man. I'm an ex-gang banger, man. I used to do all that stuff, man. I've been locked up several times, and that's in my soul. And I'm over that now. But you push the right button, that stuff will come out of me. So again, I apologize. I'll let it go. I land my plane there.
All right. Thank you for the apology.
Appreciate it, Jeremy.
Appreciate
Any other questions? Lost in translation, you'd like to ask me, man?
No, that's good. You answered it, man. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Hi,
Miss O?
Liberty Twitcher. Oh my goodness, look at that thumbnail. That is terrifying. Oh no, don't do that.
No, I'm not a
Oh,
criminal
my
anymore,
goodness.
brother. I'm not a criminal
my
anymore.
goodness.
Oh, that's scary.
Everybody can repent and change. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, King Bub. One.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Back to red flags. Red
Inappropriate attire.
flags. Inappropriate attire. Oh my goodness.
Oh, can I get
Let's
started on this?
yes, go ahead, sis.
Okay, here we go. I love to talk about this one. You're gonna hear
I
from
thought I could go first quickly because I've been in World City.
yeah. I'm gonna have to say this from a modest woman. I dress modest. My body is not shown to nobody but my husband. Women, y'all, women are complaining, and especially modern women are complaining, saying there's so many dogs out here, this, that, and third. How the hell can a man discern you from being, discern you as a woman when you out there looking like a 304? You out there looking like a streetwalker. When you showing your body, and you're, especially you married women, you showing your body, you actually disrespecting your husband. Because I guarantee that man did not want you to step out there looking like looking like the rest of the commoners out there. And if he do allow you to be out there like that, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call a man a simp, because that's supposed to belong to you. That sexy stuff belongs behind closed doors, not for everybody else to see. We see too many people out here looking like they don't have anything on, nothing on. It's like they don't have nothing to the imagination. And even the bigger women, y'all out here walking around here looking like busted
Biscuits.
Cans of biscuits. Busted cans of biscuits. That's just what they be looking like.
I said it too quick.
you know them clothes too small, and you just busting at the seams. Them clothes screaming, "Take me off!" You know what I'm saying? But dressing like that, a lot of women say, well, men can dress. I have not seen no man go out there with his slong out, see-through clothes on, where you can see his whole entire body, but you see a whole bunch of these women with these Temu, rainbow, whatever you want to call it, bodycon dresses, and you showing all your shape, and they think they look good. It's a lot of them out here never had a child, and they got a belly like they 9 months pregnant. Like you never had a child. I know a lot
And
of women.
all of that hanging out
Oh my
with
god.
horse shirt on.
Oh, feet hanging
Can
out.
I
Hey, that's not cute.
can I give you the New York City report of that?
Okay.
Let's start with what's coming in a few months called the Labor Day Parade.
Oh,
The reason why I never go outside, for example. You know what they call fishnet, right?
mm-hmm.
Explain to me why you see a big girl wear a fishnet and the fishnet disappear. I'm not done yet. Let me add on top of that disappearing fishnet. You get a bikini bottom, you wear it, it turns to a thong in less than 2 seconds.
Mm, mm.
It's like say you put on a thong on a hippopotamus. So I don't know how you do that. Let me add to you coming in the subway during the hot weather. You wear some kind of booty short, and the booty short is squeezed on cottage cheese. I don't know how you do that. Um, can I
Oh,
go on? You wearing a sheer dress, and you
Black
don't
Dave,
got
we
the
good,
shit.
man. We good. Ladies, let me ask you a question. When we gonna make sundresses great again?
Baby, you disturbing everyone.
That's what I want to know. When we gonna make sundresses great again? You know what I'm saying?
sundresses, beautiful.
Polka dot
They
dress,
want
love.
to
I
dress
remember.
Man,
to beat a woman to wear a dress, and I'm talking about a right dress, not these dresses that's hugged up to them. It looked like it was painted on them. We talking about a dress that's modest, that you look like a
Flowy.
woman in there and not like a whore.
Hey,
Like, come on,
this is
Yes.
why I'm trying to leave New
difference.
York City.
There's a big
Hmm.
difference between
everybody
that.
don't live in New York City, man. I'm just saying. Some of us live in the South, player.
I'm trying to
Everybody
Yeah,
in
leave
New York,
especially
don't
down
live.
south, man.
Hey, man, we got sundresses down here, player.
Hey,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
in
Are you in
Michigan.
the
uh
south? Lost in translation. Where you
Yeah,
from in
man.
the south, brother?
I'm in Alabama, man. That's what we
Oh, I got some
from.
Oh,
friends in Bama,
Yeah,
baby. That's what's up,
yeah.
man. What's up to Bama, baby?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
my
Man, we
yes,
family.
love
sir.
sundresses down here, man.
My
Yeah, sundresses are nice.
I don't
I
know
don't
why
know.
women have gotten away from it though, man. Sundresses is the
It's
thing, man.
beautiful.
Let you see a little bit without seeing everything. You know what I'm saying?
It's sensuality, not being ratchet. You know what I'm saying? It's like being sensuous. You know what I mean? Sexy like that. I dig it.
Man, what?
Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing.
Let me wearing them sun hats. You know what I'm saying? With the little flower in the hair behind the ear. Come on now. Come
They don't
on.
know. You
Ooh,
know
look
what?
them smell good too, brother.
Oh
Right.
man,
You know
what?
what?
Man,
But you know what, Lit? They don't know that that shows femininity.
Class.
That shows
yes,
class. That takes away when you wear a dress. I'm gonna say it. I've been wearing a dress for a long time. I don't wear pants at all. I haven't for a long time. Okay, so when you wear a dress, when a woman wear a dress, we feel elegant. We feel like the princesses that the Most High made us. We just
yes,
the world, and when we go out there, I put it this way: I went to a store one time. I had this beautiful dress on, and it was some people. I think they was Polish. They asked me. They said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from here. I was born here in Michigan." She was like, "No, where are you actually from?" I was like, "Michigan. I was born in Detroit, Michigan." She was like, "Well, you're not like the rest of them, and other nations can see this when we dress and we present
Yeah, you
ourselves
get
in a
treated
certain way."
differently.
Hey, you get treated. I'm telling y'all right now, I get treated so well by
yes.
races. They give me my respect all the time because the way I carry myself. Now, if I came up in there with some booty shorts on, which I never wore a day in my life, when I was growing up, when I had skirts on,
I
like
have.
they get to your knees, my daddy made sure I wore leggings under them bad boys. He was like, no, anything, because I was shapely as when I was younger. And he was like, no, you putting this on. I wore baggy clothes all the time just to keep that attention away from me because a lot of women saying, "Oh, I dress like this for myself." You actually dressing like that to get attention from men. And then you bring in unwanted attention because these women obviously never been stalked before.
Yes.
And once you get stalked, you'll know, yeah, I'm not gonna be out here doing A, B, C, D, and E. But a lot of them like the stalkers too, cause shit, if they like the scammers and the drug dealers and everything else, they'll love a stalker. You see a lot of these women going bunkers over a guy. He supposedly, allegedly whooped on a female in jail, and they want to call themselves being his pen pal, gal. So they like that crazy stuff, and that shows that they have mental issues. And I,
Mrs. O,
yes,
may I ask you a question to the ladies on the panel? With the way the climate is right now, with the modern women, how they are acting and behaving, do y'all find it difficult? Not on a dating scene. I'm assuming all of y'all married or whatnot, but like, how does it affect y'all when y'all out in public?
Oh, good
me,
question.
me, when I'm out in public, when I get to go out in public, it don't bother me. Really, when I look at them, it's like I want to tell them, like, look, sis, there's a better way. You know, when you wearing them tight clothes like that, you're gonna get yeast infections. That's the number one cause of yeast infections is wearing
Mm.
pants.
Oh
A lot
wow.
of people don't know that, but that is the number one cause. You're supposed to let that kitty breathe, sweetheart. Okay.
It needs to
Um,
breathe.
yes. Another thing. Another thing too with these women, they think that they box is a self-cleaning organ. That's why you getting a whole bunch of men complaining about you smelling like fish and everything else, sweetheart. Put some vinegar and water up in there. Do it old school way. Don't go out in there going to the stores buying
Not
those
just no, that fish coming from multiple. It
fish.
comes from multiple. That fishy scent come from multiple fish swimming in the pond. Too
But
many sexual partners will
and
cause that. More than one sexual partner will cause that. It
yep.
throw us off.
But also them those pants, they don't take care of themselves down there. The balance be off. Even Sister Melania tell you she wear dresses. We wear dresses. I'm telling you right now, I've been wearing dresses for a long time. I never had one of them damn things.
We
Never had
eat fruit and we drink a lot of water too.
one. And they eating all those crabs and lobsters,
Yes,
all that seafood.
drinking Hennessy, crab
Oh,
legs and Hennessy, and they it come right out their portal.
they out here walking around like they dry. They look so dehydrated. They don't drink no water. They just look old. And I just be looking at them like, what can I say to them? Because I want to say like, you know, try to give them some encouraging words, but you can't do that because when I see women out in the world like that, they look at me and they frown upon me. They just give me the dirtiest look, like I'm in bondage. I'm like, I'm not in bondage. I feel free. I feel like a woman. I feel like a woman. I'm not trying to be no man. I don't want no masculine traits or anything like that. I'm happy, and I really you have to really respect men, and if you don't have respect for men, you will always disrespect anything they do or anything they say.
Can I please say something right quick?
Yes, sir.
I would like to say humbly, I would like to say this, brother Trey. I want to apologize to you for how I reacted to you. I lost my temper, lost my control, and I'm not trying to be like that with anybody. So if I offended you, brother, I apologize, and I think that's the best way to be because I think I just contributed to the image of black people always at each other's throats when I did that. So I'm sorry for that, and you have a right to your opinion, and I'm not going to act like that anymore towards you, brother. So you don't have to accept it or say anything, but I'm going to offer it to you anyhow. Other than that, that's all I had to say. But I do agree with y'all with Forrest, like what y'all saying, especially the brother Lawson translation podcast. Them sundresses be hitting. They be hitting,
Yeah,
especially got a nice little shape on them, man.
I can speak from both sides because when I was much younger, I did have some scandalous outfits. So you get treated. You just get treated much. You just get treated differently when you are more presentable and more modest. And even the women who are, we'll say ratchet, we'll say ratchet. Um, they
Call them
often
pirate.
they'll compliment me. They'll compliment me. Oh, your skirt is cute, or your dress is cute, and you can see that they admire it as well. So setting that example is crucial.
So we have a super chat.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Anger Man. Anger Man, because they're pirates, tattoos, liquor, weed, cursing, and crab boils. Pirate-based lifestyle.
That's a good
Okay,
one.
That's a good one. Facts.
what is he referring to? The
Telling the women how they dressed up sometimes. They dressed up like
oh,
pirates.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Looking for that treasure, huh?
I'm
and then
telling you.
crab balls and it's smelling like
Let me slow it down. Rapping with the singing, I be singing. You can get it all free like welfare.
they eating crab balls and they smell like crab balls down there. You are what you eat. Everything you eat. What
Yes.
tell you women? Anything
Yes.
you eat, you gonna taste like down there. I'm just gonna put it
You
that way.
gotta know. You gotta know
Don't
your
forget,
body. You have to
don't
be in
forget
tune with
drinking
your
Hennessy
body.
too.
Me, I can't have onions or garlic. I can't. I'm like
I
running for myself. If I have onions or garlic, it just lingers on me for days.
Hmm.
You
I
gotta know your
will
body.
I
Right.
wasn't fashion expert in skin lounge dress or non-sun dress. Just give a public notice. If you see anyone with a skin lounge, they're not sundresses.
Sure they are. Sure they are. Just
It's a
just like
skin.
just like
What is this
just like
skin
bonnets
lounge?
or hats. Sure they are.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay,
You know,
okay.
you know, you know what I don't understand. What I don't understand is it's so easy for us to point the finger at these generations. Where they get it from?
Hey,
Their
they get
mamas
Parents.
Where they get it
and
from?
mamas and
They didn't
grandmothers.
just wake up one morning and say I'm gonna wear pants.
no, they get it.
They didn't wake up one morning and say I'm gonna be this way.
Yep.
These are learned behaviors that are
Yep.
coming out of their homes,
Yep.
and they're watching the elder women in their family do this nonsense.
Yep.
But you know what,
I've
Trey?
said that before too.
Yep, I have to say this too. Although we can put it on the generations before us, because I've seen some stuff. I'm generation
Can't do
X.
it,
I've
boss.
seen some stuff.
Make
Um,
it.
we have to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? We have to change everything that we learn. We have to unlearn what we learned. We don't unlearn what we learned or anything like that. This society, as you can see it, we going downhill, man. Ain't nothing getting better. It's getting worse. You got 304 in the presidency thing. You got one making the horse on one hand, and then on the other you got what's that Amber Rose smutty self. You got both of these, and it's a joke. I mean, I ain't never seen
Mrs. O,
Mrs.
you
O,
skipped one. You skipped one.
with all due respect, Mrs. O, whores have been in and out of the White House for years. This ain't nothing new.
I
This
know,
ain't nothing new.
but
But
I'm just
Whores
but
have been in the
but
Oval Office more times than the
They
president
run.
has.
I
They
know.
run the
but
White House.
But my
but
thing is this. But my thing is this, Trey. I'm sorry, David. I agree with you. But my thing is this. It's even worse when you put black women up in there. We never heard of no black women up in there being wrapped up in no because
Mrs.
they
O,
had Michelle. Hold on 1 minute, David. They had Michelle Obama in there. That's the only black woman we know that was up in there. Camilla is not a black woman. I don't care what anybody say. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Y'all
That's
need to
right.
get out your mind because we have some dark Arabs. We have dark everything else. They could be you could be in the sun and be dark. That don't make you black. That's the you have to be born black, not just because you stood in the sun and you was baked black. Now come on, make sense. But my thing is this: a lot of it's making us as a whole. It's not making me look bad, but I have to throw myself in there because I am a black woman. But it's making us look bad when they got all this this out there. And when we go around other nations of people, they think all black women are like that. And it's not. That is embarrassing.
True.
just to add to the information, we do have a first lady 304 who was a centerfold. So let's not forget that part.
We
Do
did.
what?
You forget
We
Mrs.
had a
Trump.
first lady that was a centerfold.
Okay then, just
Trump's
let you know.
wife.
There you go.
No, I'm not talking. I'm saying black. I ain't talking about them. I don't care about. I'm
My
not. I don't
my
care
my
about them. I'm talking about us.
my point is that scandalous women are not
Right.
fond are not not new to politics.
True.
There's nothing new to
Right.
politics. And
Right.
to have Meg the Stallion, while it may be disgraceful, and I don't disagree with that, it's not abnormal. It's not in politics, especially if they're going to garner votes. Remind you, she was in Atlanta. Well,
Yeah, that's
majority of the people,
basically Sodom
majority
and
of the
Gomorrah.
people in
So yeah,
Atlanta, who would they identify with?
yeah.
They would identify with a Meg Thee Stallion. So it actually makes sense if you think about it. I'm not defending it. I thought it was disgusting personally,
Yes.
but I understand if you're going to pander, that's the proper way to pander.
Well, Trey, let me ask you this: since those people were going to vote for her anyway, you would think that you would probably pander to somebody who's more sinful. To your point, to garner more votes, wouldn't you agree?
No, that was the point I made, Lit, is that there's really no need for her to go to Atlanta at all.
Exactly.
However, we do know, Lit, that we live in a viral moment lifestyle, right? I mean, she
Right.
hasn't said anything about her policies or laws she's going to abolish or anything. She just made little viral comments like, say it to my face. Little stuff like that, right? Because that's the world we live in. So her going to Atlanta and having Meg Thee Stallion, because remember, Kendrick was supposed to perform. They
Right.
wanted Kendrick to do Not Like Us.
Right.
Remember that. So
Right.
all of this is just to garner. They see an opportunity through social media because that's where the younger voter is going to come from. It's going to come from social media, and
It's
that's
just
what they.
manipulating.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Manipulation.
there's no
That's
doubt
all it
about it.
is.
There's no doubt
Mhm.
about it. It absolutely is manipulation. But both parties, this is what they do.
Well,
Both
Yeah,
parties
that's
are going
true.
to try to manipulate as best they can.
let me ask you this, Trey. Say, for instance, she does win the presidency. Okay, how does that twerking action help us against people like Putin and Kim Jong Un?
Well, I mean, I don't know. With the ass that Meg Thee Stallion got, maybe she can help with some
Hey,
foreign
maybe
affairs.
we
I
can
don't
send
know.
Megan
I
to
have no
Moscow. You
idea.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, send her
Megan to
on over there.
Moscow. You know,
I
world
should
peace.
listen. I don't know.
Twerk for me. Twerk for peace.
I was looking at today because I don't know if you guys know, but they did a swap today, some prisoner swaps
Yeah,
today
I saw that.
with Russia, and one of the guys that was a Marine, he was a part of that group, and I was just sitting there thinking, the Biden administration swapped for a 6'8" basketball player over someone who has served the country, and now he's going to get his chance to come home, and I don't know how it's going to go if she's the president. Right? I don't know if a similar situation happens where we have a celebrity of sorts that gets caught up in another country again, what she's willing to trade out, because people don't realize we traded out a merchant arms dealer to get a basketball
Yeah,
player back.
the Merchant of
That's
Death.
true.
The merchant of death.
Yes,
That's what we
that was
traded
his
out
nickname.
to get a basketball player back. Who then says that you can call her Pops.
Yeah,
Call her Pops.
Yeah, she said she's a man now, completely a man, and you can't take that title and stuff from real men because she's a real man. Yeah, I've seen that shit's crazy too.
Speaking
That's
of
crazy.
real
That's
men,
nuts.
we all over the place. That's why I said I've
Everywhere.
never, as a military veteran, I have never been more embarrassed. Never been more embarrassed. It's just as a union. We got people taking pop shots at presidential candidates. We got all types of silliness going on in this country, and we can't figure it out. And the reason why we can't figure it out is because we haven't had someone in the office to establish structure. Biden was not establishing structure from that position. He was just, as far as I'm concerned, he was a puppet to get the next one ready, whomever that was going to be.
it was
Now,
Obama
And
3.0.
now we see him attacking the Supreme Court because he got to get that done. Because if
right.
Kamala actually gets in there, there's no open Supreme Court seats, and that's Supreme conservative.
Uh-oh.
It's majority conservative. So he got to get some things in order before he get out of there.
Hmm.
Lou Medic, you crazy.
That was a good one. Oh,
No, the reason why I asked that, man, is because I think we don't look beyond the election, man. It's all good and cute, man, when we out here twerking for votes or whatever. But when it comes down to actual policy that affects people's lives, like the price of groceries, inflation, stuff like that, we all can agree on. I don't really think that they're taking it serious, man. And they're trotting out the worst of us to represent the rest of us, and I don't think that's fair. I really don't. I know for
I
a fact
agree.
they could have wheeled out somebody else, man.
Oh hell yeah.
They could have wheeled out Michelle Obama or something, somebody could relate to. If that's your base, why don't you pull out your main players? That's how I look at it. You know,
But
Michelle ain't gonna come out there in no booty shorts.
Man, I would have rather them brought out Lauryn Hill or India Ari to perform. If anything, someone that actually represents some kind of classiness or something like that. Because Megan Thee Stallion wasn't it, man. When I saw her start flapping them booty cheeks, I knew it was over. I knew it was over, brothers.
They could have got
Can the black community get away from entertainment altogether?
No.
We have scientists, we have biologists, we have doctors, businessmen, we have tech gurus. We have a bunch of people in our community that are doing amazing things that doesn't involve being in entertainment. We are more than basketballs, footballs, and rap lyrics.
Trey, they're not exciting. That's the thing. They know how to sell it to the people because they know black folks love excitement and adventure. And I agree with you on that about they could have came out with some scientists and stuff like that. But them people know what they're doing, man. They hustlers. They know. You give the people what they want, not what they need. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, but I guess that's where I'm frustrated with our community because we need more of what we need rather than what we want. And right now we don't need Megan Thee Stallion. Now listen, I like her body like everybody else. She got a nice body. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
I'll give her that. But we're talking about quite possibly could be one of the most important elections going forward in the next 20 to 30 years.
You know what, brother Trey? It could have been worse. It could have had Sexy Red, brother.
She probably gonna be saved up with the DNC.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
I'm just looking at this. I have a daughter.
Yes, sir.
My daughter's 5, and I'm just looking at this, and I'm like, you know how difficult it is to try to keep her away from all of this nonsense. It's on the radio, it's on TV, it's on her iPad. It's like goodness. Every time I look up, I'm remove this, block that. You know
it's
what I mean?
exhausting.
Like, it's exhausting, Alicia. You're trying to keep your daughter, and it's a thing. It's like, here's the thing. I don't want her to be socially awkward, obviously, right? But at the same time, I wasn't allowed to listen to that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. When Bone Thugs had a song with Mariah Carey, I was happy. It was like, finally, I can listen to somebody. When Biggie had a song, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I can listen to it because he's in the song. You know what I mean? I wasn't allowed to listen to those things. It wasn't that my mother was trying to shelter me or no shit like that. I can see it now. She's trying to protect me. Because where I grew up in DC, this is what they were listening to. This was the road they were going down. She's trying to keep me away from that. That's why she had me in an orchestra and playing an instrument, right? She had me doing all these different things, just karate and all that other silly. She's trying to get me away from what I would see on a regular basis. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, what will be the state in 16 years when my daughter's 21? What will be the state of not only black women, but just the black community in itself? Where will we be? If we're talking about Megan Thee Stallion is your headline performer at a convention or a rally for a Democratic nominee. We're talking about a Democratic nominee who's talking about, I'm out in these streets. What are we talking about?
With the collard greens in the bathtub, you know?
I always carry
crazy.
some hot sauce. I carries me some hot sauce. What are you talking about?
I saw that. At first I thought it was some type of joke. You know, they do all the editing. I thought it was some kind of joke. I showed my daughter's 13.
Sis, they have she has to put that facade out that she's a black woman running for.
She ain't black.
Hell no,
she's black this year.
Yeah, she black for the black votes. You're right on that. She Indian for the Indian votes. Whatever she need to be.
You got to transform up here for president.
She got that WAP. Thought I made it worse.
That was a disgrace, though, really, to everybody's my humble opinion, man. Because, like, dude, man, that she could have put somebody else up there to represent her. Then she had Quavo up there. And I want you to understand the design of this. Because Quavo, you know, his partner got killed out in H-Town over here. What's his name? I can't take off. So he put him up there because to talk about gun violence. It's all planned out. It's all strategy. It's all by design. It's a stratagem. That's all it is, man. And like I said, they want to give you what you want. They don't want to give you what you need, because they give you what you want, they could distract you from the real issues. Because I saw somebody come from that rally, a young black man. He said, "Look, man, you could definitely tell that this rally was definitely us. You know what I'm saying? It was us. You know, he pointed at his skin and stuff like that. It was all us. That's not us, man. That is not us. That's a certain subculture of people. That's what that represents. It don't represent all of us."
Why couldn't we have Amanda Gorman?
Beginning of the formation of the country. It's been going on.
Mm.
This isn't new. It's new at all.
We got so many wars and stuff going on. It's a distraction. I watch Wyon, I watch international news, and I guarantee a lot of our people don't even watch international news. We got so many wars going on at the same damn time, and we just fixated on this other crap. It's just pathetic. Only thing I can tell people is just wake up, don't be distracted by a lot of BS out there, and take care of your home because when ish hits the fan, you got to protect your family.
You know
Hey,
what's funny?
Alicia, what I say a red flag was in a woman who
What's
don't know
that?
nothing about the world, don't know nothing what's going on. She ain't paying attention. She ain't got no idea.
That's me. I have that red flag, Trey.
Huge red flag. Run away. I'm running away from her. It was like, you just here existing. You ain't paying attention to nothing.
That's me.
You know what's really funny, Trey, is that while they're around here watching Megan Thee Stallion twerk and Amigos jumping off, eggs went from $1.89 a carton to $8 a carton. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all, man?
$8?
$8,
$8. $8. That's almost $1 egg, player.
Bro, you be better off getting some chickens and letting them do the work for you.
That's in Alabama, though. That's in Alabama, brother.
That was everywhere, man. During the
Oh
pandemic,
man,
right
Right
around
now,
that time,
it's
it
still
was
something
crazy.
for a dozen of eggs.
It was
But you wanna get
crazy.
like
$8 is
18.
insane.
But you
that's
know
like a
what?
pack of cigarettes, ain't it?
But you know what?
Cigarettes $10 now.
Up at Walmart, you know they used to sell them big old boxes of eggs, and it was like three,
Right.
$4. That crap was $21.
Oh wow.
$1 egg, player.
I was looking. I said, "What the world?" My husband, you know,
Man, I
'cause
don't eat
I
eggs.
do shopping. My husband gives me the money. I do the grocery shopping. Right? I'm the manager of his home. When I went shopping, y'all, my Lord was looking like I call my husband Lord. My Lord was looking like, wait a minute, where's the groceries? I'm like, look, I was like, you see how high this stuff is? He couldn't even believe it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and everything still is high. People not really paying attention to it. But once the government take those EBT cards away, oh, they gonna feel it. I
Oh
mean,
yes.
Alicia, you a vegan?
Yes. And
Red
proud.
red flag.
Oh, here's the thing.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
While you over there talking about you a vegan, you know they had a recall on all the vegetables up north because of listeria.
Listen,
So
I'm
you
trying
might
to grow
want to learn
my
how to
own.
eat. You might want to
I'm
learn how to
trying
eat
to
some
grow my
sausage or
own.
something.
Green flag. Green flag. Green
Okay.
flag.
I'm not successful yet, but I'm gonna grow something.
Hey, but hey,
I'm
you
trying
hungry
to
today though, man.
focus
You
on my
might want to get
compost.
started and get
yeah,
the deep freezer rocking. You know what I'm saying? That's how
And
old folks used to do it back in the day.
my goodies, and yes,
everything
I
is
want to
the
sell my compost.
so
Yeah,
many.
man. What happened to that? Women used to can and preserve stuff and
Yep.
freeze stuff out the garden. They don't even do that.
Ooh,
no
them fig
Who got a deep
preserves,
freezer?
baby.
I'm
Yep.
telling
Them
you,
fig preserves.
man. You from the South for real now? You
Somebody
talking
Yeah, you know I'm from the
stop.
south.
Look here, player.
Somebody
In that
stop
jar, you had to
teaching
pop
them
that top on that thing,
Ooh,
man.
it be so thick and so sweet,
Oh
man.
man, you put it across some butter biscuits. You don't know
Oh
nothing
my
about
God!
that,
Don't,
man.
hey man, don't do that to me, man. I might go eat something now. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to me, man.
Let me see how South it really is. You know, get you some alligator syrup and some biscuits. You know
Hey,
what
some
I'm
sugar
saying?
cane syrup, baby. Some
Hey,
sugar cane.
now
Out
you
that, you know that
already know.
can? You pop that hole, I mean that thing, and you pour it all over the pancakes. You
There
did.
you
So
go.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
And you that molasses too. Molasses is good. It got a whole
Oh
bunch
yes.
of everything in there. They don't
Mhm.
know nothing about.
Ooh.
You ask the average woman what is black strap
Rap
molasses.
molasses.
You don't even know
Ooh.
what
That real.
it is.
Yes,
Ooh.
sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You
sir.
know
Yes,
what's
The
ma'am.
good for
biscuits.
people with
Pop it
low
up.
blood, Miss O?
Mm.
Did you know that black strap molasses is good for people with low blood?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
yes,
iron.
and
Yes,
I'm
because it's
anemic.
not
yes,
highly processed.
Yep, it's
yes.
not processed at all. But it was something I was gonna say about the food. That I seen. Oh, I seen the thing on news on about Walmart meat. They was showing how that meat was so fake, and they was oh my god. My husband said I better not ever buy meat from there. I don't shop there anyway. It's too many demons up there.
Did
Hey,
you see
Walmart.
where
Listen,
they
It's that
use
Walmart.
glue
brulee.
for the steaks?
Listen, Walmart meat got shoelaces in it.
That should have get up and start walking off your plate, brother.
You better say it, man. You know what I'm saying?
And so this
Going
takes
walk.
me to y'all point of y'all were talking about a red flag about a woman's appearance.
Yeah.
The food she eats.
Oh man,
The
you
food she
talking now?
eats is a big deal.
Say it,
right?
Trey.
I am paying attention to what you order when we go out to dinner.
Yes.
I'm paying attention to it. And if it's fried this, dyed this, laid to the
Shrimp this,
side
shrimp
this,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
because I already know what's going on. Right?
Right.
I told you, most of the majority of the women I've dated, I've had better skin than. Well, a lot of it is because you don't drink no damn water.
And they don't eat veggies. They don't
You,
eat veggies nowadays.
you don't.
Vegetables
They
out.
People don't.
they don't drink
They
any
don't eat
water.
fruit. They
You
don't.
don't
They don't.
exercise. You don't sweat, so your pores aren't open. The toxins aren't
Yep.
getting out.
Yep.
And
I
they
And
don't
a
don't
give a
lot of
damn. I don't
exercise.
people.
give a damn about your
A lot of
hair.
people
I
I
don't care
run
nothing about
into.
your hair.
They ask
I don't.
me
I don't
why.
want to hear nothing about your hair. I
A
don't
lot
want
of
to.
people.
I want to see you put your workout clothes on, go out in the sun where the vitamin D is, which is good for
Mm-hmm.
us, us
Yes.
people. It's good for us.
Grounding.
Yes.
Grounding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Barefoot.
go out
Right.
and sweat.
What happened?
Eat a
Lots
salad.
of people
Salad
ask
is
me,
gonna hurt
what
you.
do, what do you wash your face with? Why is your skin so beautiful? And I tell them you got to eat them vegetables.
You drink
Mm-hmm.
Your
some water.
plate. Sometimes I do 2 vegetables, no meat. You got to drink that water. You got to stay away from soda and a lot of sugary products and a lot of processed food. Processed food is not good for us at all. We shouldn't be eating it at all.
This now I don't know if y'all seen this, but I think I'm gonna bring it out next week. I ran across a video and a whole bunch of women stood on the scale that they had out and about when they
Oh,
was
and then in Vegas,
Uh-oh.
yeah. If
oh
you weigh
my
over 500 pounds, you get your food for free.
oh, what?
Damn.
They
Damn.
Yeah.
They
you
can
want to make a bigger
can you walk at 500 pounds?
I
Your
just
meal
think,
Can
is
you
on the
breathe?
house if you over 500 pounds.
oh
They
my
put you on this big, huge scale.
They be
god.
breathing like this. They be woke breathing like that.
I tell y'all, I saw that. I'm gonna put it
Who
on my
wants to
thing.
live like that?
A lot of women were surprised when when they stood on this scale and they saw the numbers. And one, she stood on there, she was down there 400 pounds. It was
Ooh.
And I bet all of them
Oh,
had
And
husbands.
Lord.
proud.
I
And
bet all of them
proud.
had husbands.
uh, some don't even have husbands. But even
They
if
ate
you
them.
have a husband, even if you have a husband, he said, hey, you know,
She said, "Get."
That's a cool little thing you just did. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Hey,
She
on my 600-pound life, them women
Yeah,
always had a
they
man.
always have a man.
they
Always got
always
a man.
They
have
do.
husbands.
but you
They
know what?
do.
But you know
That
what?
is
I watched all of
crazy.
some of the men leave because those women be getting like
Did
because
did y'all?
be mean to them. They be like, I can't take it no more effort. They be gone. I'm
They
like,
He
do.
get tired of he get tired of lifting the hood up, washing up under the carriage. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all see?
Shit.
Oh, come on.
Woo!
Come on.
Yeah, you from the
Did
South,
y'all
boy.
see
You
the?
from the South. You talk mad
Did
shit like
y'all,
us. Yeah. You from the South,
did
boy. I tell
y'all
you.
see the guy? Did y'all see the one where the guy washed his wife out off on the porch and he
Washed her
holds
off.
her down? Yes, he gave her a shower on the porch.
he holds her down, y'all.
Man, no, man. Y'all playing with a brother, man. Come on, y'all.
If you from the South, he wrenched off.
And take her big ass through the car wash.
Yeah, you know,
Leave the windows down.
how
Right.
do
He
you clothe
Hey,
holds
leave the
yourself
windows down.
well
Put on
if
the
you're
back of
that
the pickup.
size?
hey, he holds her down because she could not fit in that bathroom. She could not go through the bathroom door.
The bathroom, not the bathtub. The bathroom.
So also on that where they had to cut a hole in a roof out of the house. It was that big. They had to cut the
Gotta
hole.
gotta gotta hoist your big ass out of there. Hoist.
Did y'all
Anytime you
see
hear the word
with a
hoist, you already know it's gonna be a long day.
Hey,
All
they
right,
had
y'all?
to
hoist
cut the
your
Did
big
y'all?
walls
ass
down.
there.
They hoist
One
her out.
man,
Her out
the
with
fire department had to come get him out the house
mm-hmm.
for him to go visit Dr. Now,
Yep.
and he was having a hard time. And then there was a girl too, and Dr. Now.
But you know, Alicia, the red flag is in the fact that the woman, most cases, is going to be the nutritionist for the family.
Exactly.
She the one fixing the meals,
Yep. Yep.
so she's the family nutritionist. She got to keep all of
Absolutely.
us in line. She should know
Absolutely.
what I need to eat, She should know what the kids need to eat. Hell, if we got 2 golden retrievers, she should know what they need to eat.
Yep.
This
be
is
able
one
to
of her
spot
duties.
if something's off,
If something's
any
off,
any signs, symptoms, be ahead of it.
And you have to be, especially you have to be ahead of it, because I had 3 boys and 1 girl. Okay. And all my kids was athletic. They were slim, trim. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no fat on them because of what I was feeding them. And plus, a lot of these parents, I'm sorry, a lot of these parents don't let these kids go outside.
Yeah,
They
that was
they
my son.
play.
My
They
kids taught me a lot.
right. They on their phone, they on a tablet, they in front of a TV, they in front of Playboys, PlayStations and Xboxes and all that other stuff. Look at these kids, they are huge. Some kids weigh more than I do. And I was like, oh my God, like I seen a little girl 12 years old, bigger than me. And I'm looking like, girl, I'm like, what in the world? She was like, well, my mama don't cook. She said her mother didn't cook. All she did was take McDonald's and everything else.
It's not honestly, Milani, it's more expensive to buy stuff. They said we shouldn't eat anything in a box. It's more expensive to buy snacks than to buy fruit.
You
To
know
me,
what?
to me,
It is.
it's more expensive.
Because you're paying for those
I
health
buy
bills.
fruits.
Right. Now,
Yes.
wait a minute. You know what the government needs to do? They talking about something, oh, we're overweight. Why don't you start implementing a little program with these women out there that's getting this SNAP and these food stamps? Make it to where they can't buy that junk food. I done seen so many women up in them with them stamp cards. They have cartons full of pop, cartons full of chips.
The woman with the 7 kids.
Yeah, her
And
too.
Miss O,
Yeah, all
I
Miss
didn't
O, honestly,
see not one
when
snack. I ain't seen not one nutritious thing, and I didn't even see a piece of an apple whoop in that
all
bad boy.
candy.
when you buy fruits, a lot of fruits, and they don't see soda and a lot of junk food in your cart, they look in your cart, and you'll see them look at you, look in your cart, then look back at you, funny, like, well, who she thinks she is? All you see is fruit, and I'm being serious. I'm dead serious.
Mhm.
Am I
I,
lying?
I had that too.
Alicia, I'm not lying.
You ain't lying.
let them look.
I
Brothers,
do.
No, for real.
I do
they
Yep.
too.
look at that. They look
Let
at
them look from the diabetes from their eyes. You know what
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
saying?
And they feet look like a can of Buster biscuits.
And they
Their
see
feet
I'm
be
a third
so
of their
thick.
size. Yeah. Go ahead
Yes.
and look.
On a serious note, in the black community, the
Right.
number one killer is not the police, and it ain't black on
Food. It's
black crime.
food.
Even though that's bullshit anyway.
It's
Sugar is the
salt.
most addictive
It's
drug.
heart disease.
Yes.
Sugar,
Heart
salt, sugar,
disease is
Sugar,
oil.
taking us out
sugar.
left and right.
And you wonder why I look like a busted Twinkie.
You said a pussy. Yeah, we got to get our health together.
I'm gonna
Because
tell you the reason why they do that. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they do that. The reason why they do it because A, the food is cheap, and B, it's shelf stable. Here's the thing, when you buy fruits and vegetables, you have to go more often. If not, if you don't eat it right away, it's gonna either go bad or you're gonna start getting flies, fruit flies
And
all over the place.
I'm gonna tell you something else.
Right.
We didn't do like how they do frozen waffles and stuff. When I had to cook. My husband was country. I had to get up early in the morning and cook breakfast. Like, we didn't do frozen
Yes.
waffles. I did waffles in a waffle iron. My daughter looked the other day. She said, I don't eat boxed macaroni and cheese. I remember I was at grandma's house and grandma tried to give me boxed macaroni and cheese. My kids never ate boxed macaroni and cheese, canned spaghetti, none of that. If I didn't make it, they didn't eat it, and they're not gonna eat it at nobody else's house. It's not that they bougie, because people say they bougie. They're not bougie. They not used to that. I didn't buy that. Because my grandmother fed us from the field. We used to go to the side of the house when we came to South Carolina for the summer and pick what we wanted. Don't be laughing at me, Trey. We picked what we wanted. We had to shell. Look, we had to shell beans. We couldn't move off the porch until all the beans were shelled.
Well, when you don't you have to go out to work, it's nobody home, fixing the garden. You know what I'm saying?
you
And
know
then
what?
people,
I insist on that too
it's
because
like,
my grandmother, well, my family is from Mobile, Alabama. and my Mama Rose, that's what we call her, she had a farm. So we learned how to
Mhm.
farm, how to pick, how to can. I know about
Churn butter.
churning. Oh, churning butter. I know how to.
Mhm.
I know
And
how.
we don't need as much food
Right.
as we think we
We
do.
do.
People
And my
are
Nope.
greedy. We
and my
don't need nearly as
grandfather,
much food as
Mm.
what we're eating.
right. And my
Not
grandfather taught me how to. And sis, my grandfather taught me how to hunt. He taught all the grandkids how to hunt. I know how to hunt for deer. I know how to
Yes.
cook. I know how to scale. I know how to gut. I know how to do all of that because
You know
my
how to shell peas?
yes, I do.
Oh, well, damn, boy. This is what some country. Alabama
Um,
understand
Yes, sir.
that.
We done snap plenty of
um,
peas, boy.
Woo.
Edward
Lost
Gilbert said something real.
translation. What about the sunflowers? You
And
got to
shucking
learn.
corn straight off the stalk.
Woo. And
All
well water. Well water. I don't know if y'all
Watch
ever
my
had any well
grandmother.
water before.
I watched my grandmother cut the corn off the cob and canned it with okras and tomatoes.
Mm.
And I want to learn.
Lost, Lost,
Live.
and Mr. O. I hate to cut it, but Gilbert said something real funny, and I want to highlight again so y'all guys can see it because when he say that, right now, it's funny to you guys, right? But you
it's
have to believe this.
true.
I work in the
It's true.
hospital, talk to a medical doctor. When he told me, he
Mhm.
say doing that is the number one stress reliever that reduce heart attack and many other things. But
It
we got a
is.
lot of but you got a lot of people who complain about doing it too much.
Please, they better wake up. Better.
I
Plus,
can't tell.
they
It's
keep you in
I
shape
can't
as a
tell.
they keep you in shape as a couple. So
Them
I'm
babies
wondering
ain't
what's
come out
going
of
on.
nowhere. Them lies right there. Them
Yeah,
babies
yeah,
is all over the place.
I agree. It's too many single mamas out here for that not to be
I
true.
know that's right. The
They
way
Mhm.
they
Planned
get they getting
Parenthood
That's
that
the
pushing
work.
only
them out.
exercise they got.
They getting that work
they
in.
feel stressed.
We single-handedly keeping Planned Parenthood in business, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You
That's
can cut
sad.
that out.
Sad. That is so sad.
It
Parents,
is.
boy, they banking on us. For, that's why all that music is pushed out there because they banking on some ignorant people that don't even think about responsibility, wrapping it up. You just out there willy nilly screwing everything, and you bringing out a baby that you don't want, or either this man don't want, and you call yourself giving that baby up to Molech because that's all it is. You
And
sacrifice.
then you be mad with the baby.
Is that? Oh my God! Now those women is the worst. You cannot be blaming that baby. You the one that wanted the fun. You the one wanted to open your leg. That child
Well,
had.
well, who else they gonna blame? Man ain't there. You go.
Of course they're gonna blame.
Mhm.
They got blame. They got blame whoever there.
I feel
Exactly.
like that's why my mother don't like me because I look just like my father.
I
See,
look
We
Trey,
like
we
they
we didn't vet well enough. So
that's right. Trey, they wheel you in with the WAP, and then next they know they in front of Planned Parenthood talking about some
Mhm.
"F my baby daddy." You know what I'm
right.
saying? They got a song for every season. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
You know what,
For
Lost? They
everything.
right. What it is they use their box as a crap shoot.
Of course.
They hoping that they catch you on something. Like I'm gonna whip it on him real good, and he gonna love me. No,
I was watching somebody earlier today. They were talking about if they got rid of child support, they would have like one baby a year, and they'll hold them up in the air like on the Lion King.
Y'all
They
play
wouldn't be
too much.
making no babies. You know what I'm saying? They have one baby a year.
Did y'all? Did you guys?
Hey. Well, y'all
With
get
the
that. I
baby?
need to put that on my show, man. That stuff y'all be. I like it. I
Hey,
like
Did
it.
we
you
cooking
guys
over
see
here.
where the young lady stabbed her 5-year-old 22 times?
Oh
yeah,
wow.
What?
I heard about that. Yeah, that demonic.
yep. And I also saw the German woman who tossed her child off a balcony.
Yep.
Seriously?
Tossed her
Mm-mm-mm.
kid right off the balcony.
Seriously?
And you know why she did it?
Why?
Because I am a firm believer that y'all not supposed to be working. Y'all not supposed to be at
Mm,
work.
Yeah.
Y'all not built for that.
mm.
We supposed to
She thought that the child was going to prohibit her from promoting.
right.
So she tossed him off of a balcony.
Oh,
That's where her brain is at.
Did
It's
she
an evil
realize people
world,
were gonna
man.
ask her where her baby is? You know what I'm saying? Don't she know people gonna ask where the baby is?
She's so stressed at work trying to get ahead and climb the corporate ladder that she thought that the child was going to be the prohibitor.
well, she got a new career in prison.
Making
Stamping
license plates.
license plates.
Hey, like your boy Steven said on Django, taking big rocks and turn them into little rocks.
Yes. They pop you in
That's
the
sad
head.
though.
And throw you down in the garden.
Listen, I'm
That's right.
when I go on social media now, I don't know if it's just the algorithm or what's happening, but I'm starting to see more and more women complaining about work. Y'all don't want to
Yes.
work.
That's not the algorithm.
And
That's
I'm
real
not
life,
just talking
brother.
about random people. I'm talking about people I know. Like I'm going through their stories, and it's I gotta go to work again. Oh, I just want to live the life where I get paid $1 million, but I get to stay at the. Like, I don't want to work. Y'all don't want to work, and I don't
Lazy.
understand this because you've been sold a dream. Hello, red flag. She believes in feminism. You've been sold a dream that
Tell 'em
you're supposed
again.
to go out and go work. Okay,
And
well,
they
welcome to the working world. It's stressful as hell.
let me say, I say this, Trey, when it comes to, and I'll say modern women, when it comes to them, they get what they want and they still complain. You cannot, if God can't please them, what makes you think you can? And that's in any aspect.
Facts.
Well, this is to
Facts.
Jeremy's point. Jeremy's point about what they want versus what they need.
Mm-hmm.
You want the jobs, but that's not what you need.
They really don't want the job. They just want the money. Let's just be honest about that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, they always looking for what? 20 in the front and 40 in the back.
Shit,
That's
man, I thought I was rough, man. Y'all, hey, I like y'all swag, man. I can mess with y'all. I may pop in a little bit more. I like this type of talk. Real
Lord,
talk.
Lord, I'm
That's
really
it.
good.
They want the money.
Yes.
Amira, that was
Yes.
the next talking point, and that could be working. But
I can't drink
Amira,
no more after
Lit,
this, I
and
think.
Jeremy, if you all are interested, we're doing a role play scenario. If you're interested, drop your IG, and I can send you the profiles.
Role play? What do you mean by role play?
We're role playing vetting for marriage.
Okay, good. Thank you for clearing that up because I'm thinking something totally different. You
Oh.
dig? When y'all say role play, I'm thinking something totally different. I'm like, what the hell? Maybe I should be on this damn show.
Sorry about that.
Okay,
Hey,
thank
Shout
you.
out to Green Beans, $20 super chat. He said, have y'all seen the video of elder lady putting in work at Walmart? Yeah, they do that all the time, man.
Who
No,
was
That
but
ain't
this?
nothing new, man.
I see them at the Wegmans. I got a Wegmans here, and I see nothing but old ladies at these registers.
That's right.
Anissa, I don't have Instagram.
Good for you.
No, that's right. Ain't nothing
I
good.
haven't
Ain't
been
nothing
on
good on Instagram.
I haven't been on
Green
social
flag.
media since I had my stroke. I've been focused on healing.
That's
Oh.
right.
So
Okay. Well, your
Green flag. Good for
email
you.
or whatever you
you can
prefer,
give
I
me
can
my
send it.
you can do my email.
Yeah, put it in the
It's
private
You can hit
chat.
our
And I'll
cash
send it
app.
on over.
Hit a cash app. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
what I'm
haven't
talking about.
worked. Look, I haven't worked in 2.5 years. I'm living off of savings.
Mm.
I have not. The government won't give me my.
Your disability.
Yes, they said
Yeah.
I had too much property, so I had to
That's
get a
crazy.
lawyer. I haven't
That's how
worked
it
in
is.
2.5. I'm not complaining. I thank God. I could walk. I could talk. I couldn't walk, talk, eat.
Right.
I couldn't swallow. My face is not distorted. I had 2 strokes due to blood clots, and I had a lot of many. Don't feel sorry for me, please. I don't want nobody feeling sorry.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All
Indeed.
right, sister.
Plus, I didn't have them myself, so I have an autoimmune problem. So I had the stroke, I had the fecal piece. I have to watch that. It's a lot of things you have to do. I had a stroke 2 years ago, so
Oh wow.
I was at work when that happened. So it was like, what in the world? So
May I ask you what caused y'all strokes? If you don't mind, if I get too personal, is it a diet thing or just
I
hereditary?
had
What
I don't know because working at the hospital, I had to take the COVID shots. And a lot of people were saying that the COVID shots was causing blood clots. And that's what
Mm.
a lot of people, that I know said, Myra, you didn't have those. But what I don't understand is I had many strokes. I had plaque buildup on the brain. So I don't know what happened. I had many strokes. I had my last many in February of this year. They said I will continually have many strokes. I used to jump double dutch with a 40 plus double dutch route. And sometimes I used to fall and I just thought I was losing my balance, but I was actually having many strokes. So I used to ride my bike. I used to walk 7.5 miles a day. I used to ride my bike, do whatever, get up early, go ride my bike, walk my dog, play in my garden or with my flowers, then go to work. So I want to just get my strength back. I used to swim, all of that. Can't do none of that. None of
Yeah,
that now. I'm gonna
that's what
get back in the pool.
you will, sis. You will.
I
I'm still
will.
myself, but mine came from I found out that I have a tumor in my brain. So
Wow.
Mm.
once I once I found out that, that's when I was wondering why I was having those like dizzy spells or the tunnel vision.
Yes.
And all of a sudden I was falling. I was doing this when I was working as a nurse. I was always falling and stuff at work, but I didn't know what was going on. Y'all see, I'm real yellow. I'm high yellow. When your coworkers that's white come to you and say you look pale, something's wrong. So
Mhm.
they always say they're like, sister, you look real pale. They call me. They said, sister, you look really pale. And I didn't know what was going on, but it took years for the doctor to find out that look, you have dysautonomia. I don't know if y'all know what that, but that messed with my whole entire system, my heart, brain, everything. So I just watch my diet, watch what I do, keep my stress level down. Praise the Most High that I have a husband that really take good care of me because if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be. So that's what a lot of women come and they don't want to get married. That's the purpose of having a husband, just in case you fall into something like that. You have somebody that have your back and help take care of
And you gotta marry somebody that will change your diapers. That's
you.
That's
willing
what
to
I
change your
say
diapers.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wiping with a smile.
yeah.
Yes.
I
I'm
went
out.
through two surgeries. I went through
No,
two
you're not
Yes,
surgeries.
out,
I'm out.
Trey.
Oh,
She coming. She coming, Trey.
Just
She
stack
coming.
up. Hey,
I'll
Trey,
be praying for you. She
just stack
coming.
up. Hey,
Right.
Trey, just stack up them dude wipes, man. She coming.
But you know what? I went through. I had two major surgeries, and my husband helped me out. And them two major surgeries put me down for a while. So and he took good care of me, and I had help with family. But it's best to have a supportive spouse.
look, I realized the limits of my caretaking abilities when my daughter's mom got put on bed rest. And I realized that that's not really the life for me. I'm not cut out for it, and I don't have the patience. Okay, so we're gonna have to get somebody else. We got to bring a professional in there to help her out because that's not my thing. Protection, I can do that in my sleep, but caretaking, not really my thing. I mean, my daughter scraped her knee. Yeah, I can handle that. That's nothing. I can do that, but that whole caretaking thing, it takes special people. Listen, when I used to have to go in those nursing homes, they used to call for those unconscious people. And I would see those. We go in those nursing homes and see them, and I've always said people who work in the nursing field or work in that hospice field, they're special people. Y'all are special people because what y'all see day
Yep.
in and day out. Um, I don't know if I could do it, and I saw a lot
I
of
worked
death. I
right.
saw
I
a
worked
lot of death.
2 years, 22 years. I worked hospice. That is a doozy. You have to really have empathy. You really
Mhm.
I don't know
have
how y'all smack more people with bedpans. That's part that always got me. I don't understand how y'all hit more people because I mean, like we was to bring them guys in there, and they used to
We
be
don't.
so disrespectful to the nurses
We
and say
don't
all
hit them.
and I'm like, yo, she slapped you with the bedpan. I'm act like I ain't see it.
And some people get angry before dying. Some people get angry when they get sick. They become very angry.
And
That's
they
that
be
hell
lying.
leaving
They
up
be
out of them.
lying on y'all, saying y'all did this and did that. I'm like,
Oh, I got
no,
lied
they
on
didn't.
several times. I got lied on several times that everybody that worked with me, and I worked for, I worked for Detroit Medical Center and stuff like that. And first thing they be like, "Well, she lied. We know she lied, but they will lie on you." Nursing homes, and especially nursing homes, I hate nursing homes. I really do. Although
Me too.
I
It
worked there
stinks.
since I was 17 years old. You get some characters. We even had one man. I know
It's
this
the
off
high
top.
quality
We
ammonia.
had this. Yeah,
Yeah, it
we had
smells like urine.
right. But let me
Smell
tell
like death
y'all,
and regrets.
right.
Some
Let me
weak
tell
bladder
y'all
action.
a story. My sons, my sons worked at this nursing home too, where I used to work at. Right, it was this one white guy. He was so pissed off that his family put him in there. He used to defecate in his hand and throw it outside the door, throw it in there.
I don't hate nobody that bad.
And so I can only imagine like what they go through. I remember I had bladder stones, and they had to give me. I literally couldn't use the bathroom. They had to give me a catheter,
Yeah.
and I was not nice. I was not a nice guy.
Oh,
As that thing was inserted, where it was inserted, I was not a nice man at all. And I don't even remember some of the stuff. I don't remember what I said because I was mad as hell, and it hurt.
It don't matter,
like
Trey.
hell.
We understand.
It hurt like hell.
Yes.
I
So
know it.
I can only imagine what y'all go through on a because my thing was always people gonna talk shit to me all day. It's nothing. It's water off my back because I was just used to it. You know what I mean? But y'all, I didn't have to take care of them. You know what I mean? Like y'all still had to take care of them. I could just walk away.
You know what? Trey just made me remember. I used to do catheters all the time. Oh, men and women. The men was the worst ones you had to do it on because they used to be so pissed.
Because we're not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I did thousands of catheters, and that stuff. And they used to cuss.
Mrs. O, I got one for you. They couldn't get the catheter in.
Yeah, I ran.
They had to call the urologist down, and she had to bring the little scopes and shit. And the shit was. I was like, what the hell, man? Look,
Man, that's some scary shit y'all talking about, right?
Be like, put me to
tell
sleep.
you, they
just put me out my misery, man. I just
that, and I was pissed.
Yep.
Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all call yourselves professionals. I was losing my shit because I was in pain. It was killing me.
Trey was up there telling some. That's the wrong hole, ma'am.
Bruh, I never been through that. Listen, I didn't break my first bone until my second tour in Iraq, and I didn't even break it in combat things. I broke it coming down on somebody's foot playing basketball.
Damn.
I broke my ankle. I've never
bone.
really had, I've been in pain, you know what I mean? But I never had like broken bones or had to go to a hospital and had extended stays and shit like that. I never had that kind of stuff. So when they were talking about, you got to put this catheter in, I said, now, I'm not a doctor, but that thing only go in one place.
That's right.
And the funny part is the male nurse, he was like, yep. I was like, oh, hell no. He's like, well, if you don't do that, you're probably going to die because I was not urinating at all. So the way they explained it to me, like the way the bladder sits, the stone was literally sitting like right on the top of it. So nothing was coming through other than blood. Nothing was coming through. So they had to get that stone up out of there. But in the meantime, they had to give me some relief because they did I think it's called a CAT scan. They did a CAT scan and they could see my bladder was damn near full. Crazy
You don't want
shit,
that to bust on you, man.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes, just a moment. Let me read
Yes,
Del Monte.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Del Monte, she knocked up a couple police officers and pewed a young boy's knees out. I guess you're referring to the lady at Walmart. I'm not familiar with that situation. Thank you, Del Monte.
Yes, you did. Wow.
Thank you, Jeremy. Go ahead, dear.
I'm gonna ask y'all all of y'all opinion about why do y'all, how can I say this, why do you think, especially among the younger people, why they seem to have a lack of value when it comes to life as far as taking people's lives as if it's nothing now? It's been going on in the 90s and stuff when I grew up and stuff like that now. I actually have been present when someone got their life taken that was a friend of mine. I've seen it. So it seems like it's worse now. I remember in the 90s more like the era of the beginning of the gangster stuff, the gangster music. I get that. But it seems like now they hearts are more callous now than ever before, the younger generation. So I just want to know, what are y'all opinions of that?
I think it's desensitized to it due to the games they play, the films they watch. I mean, it seems like it would make sense. If that's all you see, you're bombarded with it.
Right. But you know what? I have to say too on that one. Remember us growing up, it was what's that one game? Dang.
Mortal Kombat?
Not Mortal Kombat. I'm talking
Street
about
Fighter.
No, it's dang, what is that? when they used to rob people, jump in the cars and snatch them on out.
Grand
When
Theft
they
Grand
Auto.
Theft
Grand
Auto.
Grand
Theft.
Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, I remember when that came out, boy, oh boy, all hell broke loose. Everybody was living it. Now it's like, they do the Call of Duty and stuff like that, but that has no justice on what's going on. My thing is this: when it comes to these young kids, they need guidance, and a lot of these mothers out there, either they working or not working, they don't care about what their kids is doing out there. So the kids is finding something to do. If y'all ever looked at it, I know this is it's not just in Michigan, but in every state. If you look at it, remember they used to have when we was growing up, and Jeremy and whoever is the Generation X and know this, remember this. Remember we used to have community centers. We was able
Yeah.
to go play basketball. We was able to swim. We was able to do all these things. They took all that out of our communities, but they made sure they have that in their community. That's why their kids don't get in a whole bunch of stuff. What can our kids do? They have to, when they go outside, they gonna see the drug dealer out there slinging. They be like, yeah, talk to him. They gonna look at him like a mentor. Same with a gang banger, like when we was growing up in the '90s. That's when we seen the Bloods, the Crips, all that other stuff. And the first thing these kids did was, oh, I want to be like them. Oh, they cool. They just said the third. And it's just sad because you don't have the mentors. And to me, I'm just gonna be honest. It needs to be a man there.
Yes.
Especially for the boys and girls. I'm not going to say just the boys, but most importantly for those sons. They need their fathers there. And the daughters need their fathers there as well because I grew up with both my parents. I just lost my dad in 2022. I knew him all my life. My parents were married. He taught me everything, this, that, and the third. I like the fact that I had a father because my daddy was the first one to tell me, you out of pocket, you out of line. He tamed me when it came to my emotions and he gauged me, you know what I'm saying? So that way, when it came to me being married, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I know how to gauge and I know how to read the room, especially when it comes to a man, because I learned my daddy. My daddy had a certain look in his face. I knew when to shut the hell up, be quiet. And then later on, he'd be like, whatever. And then I butter up to my daddy as usual. And we back to being, you know, father and daughter. That was my daddy was my first love. You know what I'm saying? Despite
Beautiful.
despite whatever he did, that was my concern. Whatever him and my mom was going through, that wasn't none of my concern. My only thing was I had my father there. My daddy did no wrong. I didn't care what anybody said about my father. I used to scrap when I was younger. They said something about my daddy. I used to fight. Don't talk about my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm daddy's girl. But we really need the fathers when it comes to these sons, especially when it comes to these daughters. I seen a video that this woman was recording her daughters twerking. A father was doing something.
Mm.
He had a like a ladder or something. He saw his daughter popping her little thing, and he popped her ass. And the mama go like, "Why you hit her?" You're a lot of women don't know this. When you put your daughters out there like that, you sexualizing them. You're actually advertising them for these predators. There's so many men out there that love to mess with babies, and y'all out
Yes.
there advertising these children. You if you want to be a thought, fine, you be a thought. Don't make it to where your daughter is following that footstep. It's too many women, it's too many grandmothers
That's
that's
not
out
fine.
there in these clubs. They out in these clubs competing with their daughters. They competing with the younger women. They competing with any and everybody. Hell, they compete with themselves.
No, it's not fine. That's the problem. It's not fine because the generation just starts the cycles. So if we say it's fine, it's okay. It's okay. You can do it because you're grown. Well, no, you're grown. You have an example to set.
Right.
You have a responsibility.
Right.
So no, it's not okay for you either. It's not okay for you either, right? And these communities, and like I said before, I'm terrified. Thank goodness I picked a good mother for my daughter. I actually had some class, right?
Mm.
But when I look at it, I'm like, well, a lot of these girls are like that because their mamas and grandmamas and aunties and big sisters and big cousins and yada 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 are like that. But to answer Jeremy's question, I would love to narrow it down to one thing. I think it's a multitude, a combination of a lot of things. You got the need for street cred and clout. You got the lack of fathers in the home, right? The lack of emphasis on education, right? You got. I mean, that's a lot of different things that we could say. Well, what's the reason why these guys don't take life serious? But if I really had to narrow it down from what I saw working the streets, they don't have the same sense for their own life.
Yes.
So, how can they take somebody else's life isn't as serious because their own life, it don't matter. They are constantly, and I honestly, while I understood what my job was, I also was not necessarily empathetic, but I understood that these dudes is on survival mode 24/7. Always. They are always in survival mode. There's never a moment where they get to just take a second and breathe, right? I can go home and go lay down on a couch and I can go to sleep for 8 hours, and they didn't get that, right? They're laying on a slice of toast up in a stash house somewhere, and they still on guard while they're in there because that could get ran up through and get robbed. So I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they weren't taught from a younger age that your life means something and your life is important. And so therefore they don't see the value in others' lives, which I think is why they're so easy for them to take.
What say you, lost in translation?
To answer your question, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. We no longer have grandparents. That's the issue. If you're from the South, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those kids who were raised by their grandparents are a little bit wiser than the ones who were raised just by their mamas and daddies. Let me tell you why I say that.
Facts.
I'll tell you why I say that. Because grandparents made sure that the daughter that their sons brought home was worth having, and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't none of this, running anybody in and you getting their daughter pregnant and all this other foolishness. The main question they would ask is who their people is. You know what I'm saying? And based upon whether or not they knew who your people was, you can't be a part of this family. You know what I'm saying? They stood on business. You know what I mean? And think about it, man. Your grandfather made sure that everybody was taken care of. Most of the time, he was usually retired, so he had something for you to do around the house. And that was what's wrong with these kids. They got too much free time. When we were coming up, man, we were at our grandparents' house. Either we was out in the backyard picking vegetables or whatever, helping granddaddy fix the deck or porch or something. You know what I mean? Like they say, the idle hands is the devil's workshop. Well, our hands was never idle. You know what I'm saying? And by the time our mamas and daddies came and picked us up from work, we got home. We were tired. All we had time to do was probably finish up whatever homework we didn't finish up at grandma's house, and eat, and then after that, take a bath and go to sleep. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? You start all over again. These kids got too much time on their hands, man. Think about it. If your mama and your daddy working and you at home by yourself, you can get into all type of trouble. You can hang out with your little girlfriend or your little boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Making babies out of wedlock, all type of foolishness. But I think if I had to nail it down to one thing, I would make grandparents great again. Because they at least, you would know you could at least get some type of structure of justice. You know what I'm saying? I always tell fellas all the time, if you go to a young lady's house and there ain't nothing but women there, you better run. You better be asking where's Pop and Granddaddy and all the rest of these other dudes, because those are the dudes that's going to be the backbone of the family. Those guys are going to be the ones that you call on when y'all need to move, or if y'all need to have a wedding or something like that. These are the guys you're going to have to lean on. You know what I mean? We already know the women going to be there. That's what they do. They lean on each other. They be back there cooking and carrying on, kikiing and gossiping and whatever else they do, sharing all type of secrets. You know what I mean? That's what women do. But when you have not enough men in the family, that to me is a very telling thing, man. Either these women either don't respect men, or they probably off them off or something, or nobody wants to be around them. Either way it go, those are three bad things. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know them kids came from somewhere, so something was right somewhere. But if I had to nail it down, I would say grandparents need to be a more integral part of the family again. You see what I'm saying? Because it would eliminate
not grandparents anymore.
That's right. It don't matter. I'm just telling you, if we had to fix it.
You talk about 40-year-old grandma.
No.
Grandparents are not grandparents anymore.
But here's my thing.
You're right.
But here's my thing. That's what I
Everybody wants to be outside.
Make grandparents great again. What he was saying. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I understand it.
You know what I'm saying? Because grandmama will be at home taking care of grandkids or whatever, and not out in the streets. She's being respectable, being the pillar of the community, feeding other folks' kids while she feed her own kids.
Yes. Yeah, that's
She
true
ain't got
too.
time for all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking
But
about.
she's 42 though, Lit.
Hey,
Shit, she 38,
hey,
35. Shit,
hey,
it didn't,
I done
man,
met
Big
some
Mama
35-year-old
36.
grandmamas. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just saying.
I have to say this one thing because y'all know I have 4 children. I raised my kids in northern Michigan, so I used, kids, they run across, they have a whole bunch of friends, whatever, right? Whatever, whatnot. Y'all know how many children I used to have in my house. I made sure I fed them. They had a good time. By the time they went
Yes.
home, my parents came and thanked me. They were like, "You're being real nice." We don't find that often when it comes to, to
It's
when
rare now.
when
Miss
they
No, Miss O.
when
You
they
know
came.
what I call it?
Yep.
The Kool-Aid house. I had the Kool-Aid house when my kids
Everybody
were
had the
young.
Kool-Aid lady.
Oh man, the cool cups.
Yep.
Yes.
No, I would play
Well,
games.
the issue is that the parents used to be okay with if my child was in your house, you could discipline my child however you discipline.
Yes,
Bingo.
Those
yes.
days are over. And I've said this before, if your kid come to my house, that kid mine. For the time being they in my home, I'm responsible for them. You ain't gonna sue me and my homeowner's insurance because something happened to your kid. So if I'm disciplining, the way I discipline my child is the way your child won't get disciplined too. And if you don't
Exactly.
like it, keep your kid at home.
Exactly.
They can't come over here.
I say the same thing, and all my kids would tell you, and all their friends would tell you. I met their parents, right? They was like, I said, well, your child is coming to my house. This is how I roll. I said, I discipline everybody that come through my door. If you don't want your kid to get chastised, to get spanked on their side, I can't watch them, or they can't come to my house. You know how many parents, white and black parents, let their kids come to my house, and when they got back, especially white kids, because white kids, they were like, "F you, mom." That's how they do. I've seen it happen. A lot of those white parents used to tell me, "What are you doing to our children?" I'm like, "What you mean?" They was like, they say, "Yes, sir," and "Yes, ma'am," and I'm not hearing them cuss me out anymore. And guess what? They kept sending the kids to my house.
Because you got that act right now.
There's a whole skit of a white kid that he said he came home from his black friend's house and he went in and started doing the dishes and sweeping the floor. He started doing all these things, and his mom was like, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm great, mom." You know what I mean? Like, because he came from a black. Listen, that's just. I mean, that's how I was raised. I was raised to respect elders and all that. But a lot of it. Here's the thing. There's this myth that you can't discipline your children. I don't know where that came from. That's not a. I don't know where that came from. You can absolutely. There isn't a state in the United States that you cannot discipline your child. Right. What they're talking about is abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what the problem is in a lot of these black communities, they couldn't differentiate between abuse and discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Whooping your kid with an electric cord is not discipline. That's abuse. Taking your
I didn't know that. I got all kinds of extension cords whooped my ass when I was in the that was abuse. I need to go ahead and get me some money.
My aunt did that to me. My aunt did that in the bathtub.
A wooden shoe and chucking it across the room at your kid. That's not discipline. That's abuse.
Hold on. I had extension cord. I had 2x4.
Dang.
I had the metal buckle of the belt.
You know what, Black David? I can see that. I really can. I can see that.
Though. Yeah, you
he probably did.
It. Yeah,
he probably did.
Wow,
probably got hit with a Mr. Coffee.
Don't say that.
He probably got hit with a Mr. Coffee.
You know what's funny? I got
a fan belt.
But I deserved it. I absolutely deserved it.
I got hit with a box fan.
My mother a bitch, and she had the electrical cord in her hand, and she wore my ass out, and I had it coming.
But I was the quiet one. I keep myself.
Don't believe you one bit, David. Don't believe at all.
Exactly. So he the quiet one. You all up on here now. Talking. You engineering the show. Get back in the hole.
I mean, I used to go into some of these houses, and the mom would say, "Well, I can't do nothing. I can't beat him." I said, "Sure you can." They look at me like, "I can't." Yes, you can. You can spank your child as long as it's for disciplinary reasons. If you smacking them across the face, that's not discipline. But if you pop your child on the butt because they came home at 9:30 and their curfew was 8:45, you ain't going nowhere. You are perfectly within your rights as a parent.
And it's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that, Mr. Trey, because the things that people say now, like what you said right now.
Right.
When I grew up in the South, like maybe Lost in Translation can possibly relate. I don't know. But I got all that shit, man. I got hit with a box fan. I got extension cords. You know, I got anything that was. I got whipped with a damn water hose. I mean,
my grandmother made us pick our own
man. They
switches.
man.
If
You know,
it wasn't
Came
bolted
for the
down,
summer.
what you say, Miss Amira?
My grandmother made us pick our own switches, and if
Yep.
we did not pick the switches correctly, she would braid them or twist them together.
So the trick is to get a dry one. So
Yep.
the break when she hit that first tank.
Yeah, there you go,
No,
That
man.
thing break on
We
her.
had a
I had
switch.
to pick the dry switch.
but
The
the
worst
problem-
whooping you
the
get it from your daddy. That's the worst whooping you gonna get from your daddy. Mama used to whoop me. I used to laugh at that shit. My daddy, daddy know how to be thorough.
My dad,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
father didn't beat me. He didn't have
And
to.
then the follow
My
through.
father didn't beat me,
Follow through.
and my
He
husband,
followed. He put the shoulder in that shit.
my husband never
Oh.
touched my daughter. My husband just had to look at my husband just would give my daughter this look, and my daughter would start crying.
Girls are
But
easy.
my
Yeah,
Huh?
they're easy. They're easy.
Girls
For
are
a
easy. I
man,
do, I
He's
do the
right.
same thing with my daughter. I just look at her and she goes, "I'm sorry, Daddy." Yeah, I know.
and when
But
she
my
tell
son,
people, she
my
tell
son, you
people,
can see the hair sprouting off his chest, trying. You can see him. You can see him forming it. You can see it. He's like, I'm like, really, bro? You really want to go down this route? You haven't won yet. You haven't won one of these yet. For the last 15 years, you've been trying, and you have lost every single one of these, and you still gonna keep trying. But I think the message is starting to get through to him now because he don't even fight no more. He's like, okay, Dad, whatever it is, whatever I want him to, okay, Dad, I'll just do it.
Yeah, usually about 14, 15 with boys, they kind of simmer down. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They realize that the next step is fighting.
Yeah.
And they
I
don't want
told-
that grown
Yeah.
man. They don't want that
I
grown man
told-
strength put on them.
I told my son, I'm gonna just shoot him.
Don't do that.
Well,
I'm gonna
damn.
shoot him.
I'm gonna just shoot him.
Shoot him with
Period.
what?
How you gonna get grandkids if you
A
shoot them,
gun?
baby? How you gonna get grandkids if you shoot them, baby?
And see, and that's why you got them white people up in
No
your
problem
house.
though.
That's why
Huh?
you get them white people up in your house by saying stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't.
I
Don't
just
shoot
told
them,
him.
Mabel.
No, I'm not gonna shoot him. Cause I told him one day, I was like, you too big for me to be, and too masculine. He's too much muscle. He picked me up off the ground. I said, from here on out, I'm gonna just shoot you when you
You
be
know what I noticed?
disrespectful.
You know what I noticed too, man? Women don't know how to talk to men no more. They don't know how to inspire a man. They don't know how to move a man with their words. You know what I'm saying? They don't know.
That
They
was
don't know how to-
a joke, Lord.
No. But I'm just saying
Lost
though.
in translation.
I'm
That was
just
a
I'm
joke.
transitioning. I'm transitioning, babe. I'm transitioning. Listen,
Okay.
there was a time where a woman could say, you know what? You so strong.
Ooh.
You so
Mhm.
handsome.
Shit.
Could you help me with this refrigerator? You know what I'm saying?
I
Next
will,
thing,
baby.
I got you, baby.
Mm-mm.
What time you want me to be over there and move your refrigerator, baby? You know what I'm saying? That type
Oh,
of thing.
hell yeah, babe. I got it
You know
for
that-
you, baby.
Women somehow you don't know how to talk to a man. You know what I'm saying?
I know how to
Reach in
talk.
there- Reach in there.
When
and
they
touch
get
his
mad,
ego.
you just give them that forehead kiss. You don't fuss back. You just give them that
I
forehead
no.
kiss.
That
I
feminine
ain't
talk
talking
make you ready.
Listen, so that's the problem. So y'all committing physical contact. I'm talking about women who know how to use their mouthpiece.
That's
without
right,
the
man.
Physical contact. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
They knew exactly what type. So look at the fellas. Look at they
Man,
They
god
know
damn it,
what I'm talking
bro.
about.
Like they say
They
down
know
here,
what I'm talking
damn it,
about,
boy.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
Also,
what I'm saying? That's the
Woo.
lost art of womanhood. What I'm talking about. Some people like to call it feminine wiles. You know what I'm saying? It was that sway and that walk when you walk by and you whisper in his ear, say, you know what, you look so good today, daddy. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you're like, babe, what you want me to do? We take the trash out. What you want me to do, baby?
God damn,
Tell
I'll
me what
fix
you
the
want me to
fence,
do.
baby. What you
Exactly.
want? God
Exactly.
damn.
they run through a brick wall for her.
Exactly.
What do you need? Just tell me what you need.
Right.
LIT, now they say this right here. They don't ask you, can you move the refrigerator? They be on some shit like, you gonna move that shit or what?
Exactly.
What they be like, what you gonna give me now? That's what they be like now.
No, that's for real. Tell us if you don't
You
want to
said
eat,
you
just
said
say
you was gonna
that.
move the refrigerator 2 days ago.
Yeah, you said you gonna move that 3 days ago.
No, that's for real. Tell us if you don't want to.
same spot.
Hey, if you don't want to remove the refrigerator, just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and she said that shit while she clipping her toenails and shit. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, let me tell y'all a true story. Was dating my daughter's mom at the time, right? And our kitchen sink was jacked up. For whatever reason, it was just leaking. And it's getting pretty bad. And my thing was, okay, this is above my pay grade. This is beyond me. We gotta call a professional in here, all right? I'm gonna have to foot this bill. But she's like, well, I don't think we should pay for it and yada yada this. I said, well, then you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't paying for it. So don't worry about it. Well, I don't know. So I'm in the man cave chilling, and I'm hearing clink, 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 clink. I'm hearing tools and metal. And what the hell going on? I come in the kitchen. This girl in there trying to take the damn sink apart. What are you doing?
Mm.
Well,
Made you feel some type of way with that, don't it?
man, look. Hey, Jeremy, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, hang on a second. I said, I told you this is above me. Sometimes you got to call in a professional,
Right.
right? Men know how to put their pride aside and say,
Yep.
I can't do this,
Yep.
right? Let me call in a guy who knows how to do it.
That's
When I
right.
tell you, she took that sink apart for no damn reason. The problem, Jeremy, the problem was all the way out into the line, into the street. They had to go dig up they had to go dig up the, you know what I'm talking about? You know how the line, the line go up under your
Oh
front yard
man.
and
Wow.
out into the street. They had to go they had to go dig up the street to unclog this. It was out there. It wasn't us. So when I came home and I pulled up and I saw them had torn up the street to do it, I just looked at it. I was like, "You gonna put that sink back together or what?" Well,
That's exactly what my husband would have said.
hang on, hang on. I thought maybe we could get a professional to come in. Now we want to get a professional.
You did it
So
easy.
this,
My
so
husband would have said,
Lit,
you put that damn
point,
thing apart.
to your point about the words, the verbiage. It's so simple. It's easy. This is the power. I'm serious, man. Y'all got listen. This is why I go so hard on y'all women sometimes. Because you know why? Y'all was literally giving everything. And y'all still managed to fuck the shit up.
That's sad.
You was giving your beauty, still managed to fuck it up. You was giving your sensuality, your sexuality, your level of seduction. You was giving, it was just given to you. We gotta work for the 3 men on this panel. We gotta work for every goddamn thing.
Every damn thing. Man, I like what LIT said, because what he said, I think women don't understand, man, that softness, man. We don't want a woman that feel like she could take it just to do everything. We want to be able to protect. We want to feel like we can protect and we can take charge and we can fix shit. We don't want a woman to say like, I got it. We don't want that. We want to be able to feel like we the hero. And like what he was saying a while ago, a woman said like, baby, can you just do this for you, man? It does something to a man. It really does. And women think that's being weak and being in bondage. No, baby. Women don't understand the power of femininity, man. You can get almost anything you want if you are a feminine woman. The only reason why you get all these arguments and these pushbacks from men because you being a man. That's really what it comes down to. That's what it is. If you be so soft, man, you be like, damn, man, she made me feel like shit. I know there's a lot of men that can fix this goddamn sink like Trey was talking about, but she came to me, player. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and call somebody up to do the shit, but she came to me, player. You know, she trusts my judgment. She trusts my direction. She trusts my ability to solve problems. It's a lot in what Trey was saying right there. It's not just the fact that there's a problem with the sink. It's the fact if you tell your man and that means you believe in him. It means that you believe in him to do the right thing, man. He can figure it out. You're not gonna be panicked because you feel secure. And when you feel secure, you're gonna make me feel secure because you're gonna be like, hey, baby, I love the way you called that motherfucker come fix the seat because you couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But it gonna feel good like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It gonna feel good though. I'm telling you, pimping. I'm telling you, man.
So you knew all along they had to go out to the street, didn't you, daddy?
There you go. That's how you do it, man. So you knew. How did you know that? How did you know that they was gonna have to go
That's what I'm talking about, man.
See, that's why I got you around. That's why I got because I would have never known that. I would have never known that they need to go out to the street.
Exactly.
Boom, problem solved.
I have to say
Did
this
she
to
put the sink back together?
losses.
Hell no, she ain't put that damn thing back together. I put it back together.
Come on, Ms. O.
But don't worry. I taxed her ass that night though. Don't worry.
Oh, I got that.
As far as loss is correct, and all you brothers are correct in that because these women don't know what they're missing. I have so much wiles with my husband. I don't even have to ask him for anything, and I get whatever I want. I get whatever because my husband is upstairs. He's a man. He is no pushover. I'm not trying to push over my husband. You know what I'm saying? Because although he chose me to be his wife, I also wanted him to be my leader. because I was under my father to him. So my dad pushed me over to my husband, which means I am my husband's responsibility. And by me being my husband's responsibility, me myself, I need to make sure that I respect him as such. A lot of women will not get anywhere in life, especially with a husband or a man, if you do not show them that respect, if you
No.
do not reverence them, if you do not appreciate the things that this man is doing, because like all the brothers saying on the panel, y'all men in general have to work for everything they have. We could just sit back and just be collecting things,
Facts.
but at the same time,
Mhm.
these women out here want to collect things, but you don't want to push out there. You don't know how to reciprocate anything, and that's why you keep running across the same no good ninjas, as you say. You run across no good ninjas, and a lot of these women out there saying, "Oh, every guy I get with ain't ish." But instead of you looking into yourself, you putting that blame elsewhere. You need to really work on yourself on that one, because obviously it's something about you that man don't like. Why this man don't want to talk to me? Why this man don't want to do this, that, and the third? Because it's the way you act. Men go by the way, go by, they will reciprocate what you give them, but they'll
Yes.
do it a certain way. Women, on the other hand, we, I'm not saying me, but women, on the other hand, they just get belligerent with every little thing. If you ask your husband to do A, B, C, D, and E, you give that man grace, you give that man time. He's gonna get to it. He's not gonna get to it because you snapping your finger saying, "I want it done now." Let that man. Obviously, this man have to do other things. He will get to it when he gets to it on his time. You are not his mama. That's supposed to be your husband. You trust this man to lead. Let that damn man lead.
Respect is love to a man. That's what I think women need to understand.
Mhm.
Like, just the way that y'all think love is a man providing and protecting and do it. That's why y'all say that he loved me. For a man, we like, if you respect and honor us, that's how we think that you love us, through the way that you express it. You have to respect it. At all times, you have to respect a man. If you can't respect your husband or your significant other, he's going to take that as if you're using him, you manipulate him, and that you don't love him. That's just what that is. I don't know why it's so hard for some of these pig-headed women, not all women, but these pig-headed, musty-back, helpful type of women. They do not want to listen to that. We tell women all the time on different podcasts that we want you to respect us. We want you to honor us. And I understand what they say, like, well, you got to give me something to honor. No, you have to choose a man that is honorable. Stop saying, because you picking all these motherfucking, these people out here that are not honorable. You choosing to get pregnant, get knocked up by these bums out here. So you can't put that on every other man out here. A real man gonna want you, and he ain't gonna deal with it. He ain't gonna tolerate you. He gonna give you a certain amount of time to act right, and he gonna kick you to the curb to get a woman that's gonna treat him right, because he know his value. You know what I mean? So, like, you know how hard it is for a woman to find a man that's about his business, who stay out of trouble, who want to provide, who want to protect, who want to raise a family. You know how hard it is? And these women get those men and drag them through the mud. You creating monsters out here.
She don't have to find him. Men are hunters. Men will find her if she's carrying herself the right way.
Here's the
That's
thing
true.
about
men
that.
are
Unless you're a beta
Here's-
male.
here's the-
If you're a
here's the
beta
thing about
male,
that.
you take anything.
Here's the thing
I'm
about
sorry,
that.
sir.
She has to present herself to the right
Yes.
man. I'm
Yes.
gonna let y'all know a little story. This is Lost in Translation podcast, true Hollywood stories. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Last night I was on the phone with a friend of mine. You know, she had an iPhone or whatever. So I was like, well, let me see your algorithm on TikTok. So we pulled it up, and then we pulled up on this scene of a whole bunch of guys in prison. You know what I'm saying? It was like a prison chat, and it was like about 1,000 women throwing money at these dudes in prison. You know what I'm saying? Putting
Yes.
$85, $80 on their books or whatever.
Yes.
Talking about, so let me see the little light skin one in the back, put him in the front. Those are the men that these women are choosing from. So
True.
whenever y'all say that men are hunters, no, you still have to make yourself available to the right man. You can't be out here
But you,
fishing in the catfish pond. You know
I
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
piggyback.
but
Hoping you can get a sea
Nick,
bass
you have
out of
to
there.
present
Nick,
yourself
you
a
know what I'm
certain
gonna
way
say.
too. You have to present yourself if you want a certain caliber of man. And that's just all to it. You can't be, the first thing a man see is the way you carry yourself.
Well,
And
baby,
men will
listen,
watch you for a
baby,
while.
baby, let me explain something to you. No. These women were going to the catfish pool.
Thank you. I want to piggyback off
Okay.
that. I
They
got to
were going to the
piggyback off
catfish
that.
pool. Come on.
I got to
Jerry.
piggyback off of LIT and what Trey is saying. Well, I don't know what lady said it, but You said that men are hunters, and I agree with that. But I'm going to tell you something. This new generation of women, they are hunters too. Just like what he said right now. He said right now, they are looking for those bombs. They're looking for the men in prison to do that shit. So it's not the same no more. This is a different generation of women. The women that our grandmothers and grandparents used to tell us about, they'll talk about women of their type of generation. They did not foresee the type of women that we got right now. The stuff that we learned from our we seen them the examples and shit. That's gone away with these women right now. You know what I mean? These women are more aggressive. These women are they doing more crimes than the men. Now, I did a show showing the statistical data of women going to, think about it like this. How many times you going on these cop cam videos, men getting in trouble, but how many are you seeing women getting in trouble, getting arrested more than the men?
A lot.
These women are different now. These women are not the same. These women are hunting men now. It's not just us no more. Remember,
I'm speaking
equal
for
rights.
Mrs. O, what
for us on the
Mrs. O?
panel.
What am I gonna say, Mrs. O?
What you about to say?
What's my favorite word when we talk about this? High bristophilia.
Yes. Yes. High bristophilia.
High bristophilia.
Yes.
You don't know what it is? Look it up. Because it describes exactly what's going on in what
I'm going to look it up because I ain't that educated yet. I'm going to look it up when I get off this damn show.
It's women.
High bristophilia is the term for what you guys were describing.
Women who like men in jail.
With criminal past.
Yes, criminals. Right. Yes.
And let me tell y'all something, man. The piggyback from Mr. Trey, man. All right, and this is not bragging on anything that I've done before. I want you to understand that it's not like that. When I was out there and I got locked up several times and I was selling stuff like that and I was game banking, I'm gonna tell you something. I had the least resistance from women. They did everything I wanted to do. I can treat them like shit. I'll call them crazy and shit, and they knew I messing with other women, but they wouldn't let me go. When I became what I am now, what some people call a square, you know how much hell I get? So what I have to do now, I hate to say it like that. I have to utilize the pimp Mac principles with women. I don't cold approach women. I still use some of the stuff I know in the streets, and I can get women the way I want to get them. But the sad thing is, when you try to do the right thing and be the right type of good man, they don't want that, man. They want a man that's going to drop kick their ass and shit, talk to them crazy, and they will be loyal. I mean, I know many people right now, my homies, man, who had women take gun charges, take drug charges for they man. Now, I'm doing the good thing now. I'm good now. If I ask a woman right now, say, hey, baby, can you take this charge? She's going to like, fuck no. But when I was out there gang banging and shit, it was nothing. It was nothing. So like what Trey's talking about, he's right, 100% right. What LIT talk about, he's hella right. These women are looking for the thugs, man. When I was in these clubs, man, you know how many married wives I'm being honest with you, married wives, women who was married, who was on to give me the vajayjay, all because I was cool, I was swagged out, I had my bandana hanging. That's all that was. Now when I got a nice pair of slacks on, they're like, oh, he a square, he a nerd.
You ain't lying. You're not lying.
Well, that's what I was called my entire life.
Women will say it too. I love that.
You think you're smart? I'm from DC. You ain't got the DC accent. You don't sound like us. I ain't saying Maryland and all that area. I don't talk like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Maryland. I heard it all the time.
Yes, sir.
And women will say it. I love that.
When I bump into these women, it's, oh, you doing so well. Oh, we so proud of you. And she got 3 kids by 3 different men, and I'm like, well, you know, hey, look, hey, you didn't want me. You didn't want me in high school. I was a square. You know what I'm saying? I was focused on actually learning and getting an education and wanting to do something with my life. You know what I mean? Hey, oh, not my problem.
Let me say this, Mr. Trey.
I'm gonna get out of here. Jeremy, I want to offer my apologies, man. I was out of line as well, and you know, look, I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be perfect.
Me either, brother.
I think what happened here is you got 2 bulls.
And that was 2 alphas in there.
And neither one is going to back down. But if you accept my apologies, I hope that we can chop it up in the future. I enjoyed the conversation, ladies. I'm out of here.
It's Trey.
It's 11:30.
Thank
my
you,
time.
Trey.
And I got love for you, man.
Trey.
You my brother for another mother, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, brother, man. I respect you, man. I respect your point of views, man. Like, man, I'm glad that this is beautiful because like it shows 2 black men who didn't get along find a way to reconcile. You know what I mean? Because most of us don't reconcile, man. I really respect that, and I thank you so much, man, for that apology, man. It ain't something small to me, man. You know what I mean? Because like I'm like you, man. I'm not perfect either, man. I came from a situation situation growing up, whenever you felt threatened or you felt disrespected, man, you respond. And I'm trying to get past that myself, man. I'm not perfect either, brother, man. So hey, man, I'm a veteran like you, bro. I went to Afghanistan, man. I know you went to Iraq and shit like that. So man, I'm sorry about what I said, and I thank you so much for apologizing, man.
Yeah. No, look, we all works in progress around here. Nobody's perfect.
Yes,
I've said this before. One of the things about these streams, they help shine the mirror on you a little bit, let you see a little bit of yourself, and help you. Hopefully, if you take it the right way, you'll get better. So it's my hope that after
I learned from
this altercation, that I'll be better in the future. But y'all have a
Me
good
too,
night.
man.
I'm out.
Peace to you,
Bye,
brother.
Trey, darling.
Peace
See
to
you
you, brother.
later.
Peace to you, for real. And I want to say this for he gone now, but I'm gonna say this right here. I want people to listen to this. I think they may understand. And I said it before in one of my shows, and I really mean this from experience, man. Bad men, they get the best out of a woman. Good men, they get the worst out of a woman. And when I say a good man get the worst out of a woman, when a good man get a woman, he got to deal with all the trauma bonds and all the problems and shit that she done went through, all the heartaches and pain. So he got a whole different woman right there. But when you a bad man, she'll do anything for you, man. She'll do anything for you for a bad man. And I'm talking from experience. And like everything I say, I don't promote what I used to. But the reason I tell people on my show that I was just gang banging and all stuff like that, to show people that they can change, man. Because a lot of people are in situations where they are in environments where they feel that they can't escape. That's why I say that shit. I'm tatted up, gang tattoo. I don't know if y'all can see that shit or not. Let me see. That's Blood Killer 211. I got all this Crip shit, man. All this Crip, all this stuff right here. So like, everything I say to you, I don't fabricate it. I am who I am. And like God blessed me to change, and I want people to change. That's why I say the stuff I say. And when people think I'm attacking, I got a lot of people love me more than hate me. But when I be saying the things that black women are doing that's wrong, is because I want them to change. Because I didn't grow up like that. I didn't see this type of shit that we're seeing right now. And what are the fathers, not the sons and the daughters, going to deal with after us? What they going to deal with? Because if it's that bad right now, man, y'all need to start giving people like LIT, Trey, myself, and other people, you need to start giving us our flowers now, because you ain't going to have us forever. You're not. You're not going to have us. And the reason why we got to be hard, in my opinion, over women and men, because soft shit don't work. These boys and these girls' heart are so hardened now. If you try to speak to them nicely, they don't feel it. You got to shock them out of the positions that they are in. Okay, so that's the reason why I am the way I am. And like, I really want. I'm active. Member at the Shape Community Center in Third Ward, Texas. When Hurricane Ike came through, I was also a part of the National Black United Front and stuff like that. I was a part of that, so it ain't just talk. I'm not just a nigga. I mean, a man on social media saying this and that. I actually do things in the community. You dig what I'm saying? I'm dealing with at-risk youth. I'm dealing with them where both mama and daddy's on drugs. When one daddy ain't there, mama's a hoe, she prostituting to try to keep the lights on. I see it every day. That's why I'm so passionate about the things I say on my shows. Even if it hurts you, it's to fix you. It's not, I can't make you fix yourself. But nobody, and I ain't gonna say nobody, but a lot of people are not addressing these sensitive issues, because these sensitive issues are the things that's tearing us apart. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So that's all I have to say about that. I'll land my plane there. My plane. I don't say plane. I heard that from some country. I'll land my plane there. I'm trying to be like y'all. I usually just say I'm through fucking talking, but I'll land my plane there. Yeah.
Jim, before you go, man, I want to say thank you for coming out, man. Anytime we get a good content creator, man, that comes through, man, we want to make sure that we appreciate you, man, for coming through in our little corner of the YouTube world, YouTube space. We appreciate you coming out. Now, listen, we got a show tomorrow called The Barbershop. If you want to stop by.
I know I recognized you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to stop by the barbershop tomorrow, we'd love to have you, brother.
Oh, I ain't finna leave. I finna go take a piss, man. I don't know where y'all thought I was leave and shit.
Now, this is tomorrow's show, Friday night. We have it every Friday night with just the fellas. We chop it up, man, just like we do at the barbershop, man.
Oh, I tell you what, everybody on the panel, I'm in works right now dealing with the Turkish lady from Germany. I'm in talking to her husband, Mark Brooks. I've been having his phone. I've been talking to him. I'm trying to get both of them at the same time on the show.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, because I want to get both of them, because like they've been getting attacked. I want the man to actually speak what he's going through, because like it's crazy, because they dragging this brother, and he's a nice dude. When I talk to him, he's a nice dude, bro. He's a real cool dude. The thing is, a lot of women are just mad about what the white woman they call white woman said. But what she said ain't nothing different than what any of us have been saying for a long period of time. And I'm glad that she got up there. That's why I asked them type of questions that I asked, because I know they're going to trigger people, but at the same time want to shine light on it, because like they don't want to hear it from a black mouth.
Right.
They reject a black mouth saying the shit, but when a white person come on there, now they didn't have this smoke. Some of these content creators didn't have this smoke, man, when they were bashing the Philippine women, the Asian women.
Right.
For some reason, our black women start the most shit with everybody. The Asian people ain't even messing with them. As soon as the black men start, I'm gonna get an Asian woman. That because they uneducated, they're savages and shit like that. That's not true, man. I used to live in Japan, man. Yeah, man, I'm sick of hearing that shit. The thing is, brother, those who can be saved will be saved. And wisdom is always lost on the ears of a fool. Right. So whenever we talk to people, man, it's only gonna work on the people who want to listen. So I'm not a fool thinking everybody gonna be saved about our type of content, man. But I do believe that there are some, because I have people email me on my show, young men and young women. Thank you, Jeremy. I wish you was like a father. I never had a father like you. Not like me, but like I had a father figure that tells me the truth, man. That's what keeps me going, because I have a lot of people tell me, please keep on making these type of content, man, because I think I'm the crazy one. Now think about what I said. When a woman want to remain a virgin, when a woman want to remain virtuous and not do no shenanigans, she feels as if she's the crazy one. So our voices is needed. We have to put this out there. You know what I mean? So that's what I have to say about it. I'm going to take this piss now, and I'll talk to you a little bit.
Enjoy yourself. Moderators, make sure y'all drop Jeremy's show in the chat so people can go ahead and subscribe. Brother's got good stuff. Jeremy, thank you so much for coming out, brother.
I'll be back. I'll talk to you later.
Appreciate it.
But he have a real good show. I'm so glad that he I was reaching out to him, so he knew I was gonna be on tonight. All praise came through.
Awesome.
Awesome show, ladies. Y'all did y'all thing tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna let y'all wrap it up, man. Y'all enjoy.
Yeah. Miss Owen and Alyssa, so there will be no role play tonight?
No. No, none of the. I guess we're interested. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
So nobody else is in there. I don't know. We probably end up change the pace, but we still going over. It's a lot of stuff we still need to go over. So we might
okay.
About want to put again next week, where we want to go into something different.
I had the original lineup after the first How to Bet. I believe it was either health or finances. I think it was finances. I think it was marriage and money. I think that's what I had for the title.
Okay. Well,
I'll let you know.
Okay. It's still, I actually enjoyed myself tonight. You know? Really did.
Yeah.
I'm glad the brothers, apologize, class act. Thank y'all so much for doing it.
Yes.
You know how they are. They love to see our brothers go at it.
Absolutely. I'm glad they did that. And being in these spaces the last few months has definitely helped me to self-reflect as well. And we all have things that we can work on.
I know we got Jeremy coming back up.
Yeah, we'll come back in a few minutes. And thank you for coming up, Mamira. 18.
No problem.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Whew, I'm back. I'm glad I emptied my bladder. How y'all doing? What Mr. LIT go?
There he is.
I'm still here.
Man, I'm a country boy, man. That's why I talk the way I talk. You from Bama, you should understand that.
Oh yeah, trust me, I understand.
Where are you from, Jeremy?
I'm originally from a small town called Center, Texas. I'm from the deep East Texas, meaning like I'm close to Louisiana border. And like I'm over here in Houston. I lived in Houston for about maybe 14, 15 years, and I had a house built on the outskirts of Houston. I'm about 15 minutes away from Houston. Like I say, I did a lot of things. I was ex-military. I'm a man of many hats, you know what I mean? But I always was a criminal type of thing, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it to brag. But the reason I talk about that so much, y'all, is because Malcolm X was a pimp. Malcolm X was a drug dealer. And like people like myself and other people who've been through those things, we are the best people to reach, in my opinion, other people like that because we can relate to them. You know what I mean? So I done did the pimping thing, drug dealing, gang bang. I did all that stuff. And my members only, I ain't telling y'all to subscribe to the members only, but on my members only, I put up my jail record and stuff like that so people know that I'm, because a lot of people come on here, it's like being in jail. People create their image in jail like, yeah, man, I used to run all this big dope all over 59 and shit, but they never did it. I can actually show receipts. And like the whole dashiki thing, I want to get more enlightening. I want to get bring more change.
It.
So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But like the gentleman Trey said, man, we all are works in progress. So and like I'm still working on myself, man. I'm in therapy. I believe everybody should go in therapy because a lot of black people in the community have been traumatized. I believe that the young black men and black women are actually suffering from PTSD and they've never been to war. You know what I mean? So I think that we have to really address those type of issues. So like I say, I help in the black community, man. And my whole mission is not to get clicks and views. My show is growing and shit like that. That's why you never see me begging for cash apps and shit. Cash app me, I'll stop the show if you don't give me $3. I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I mean? Because there's people that do that shit. And I ain't trying to knock them, but I don't do that shit because I believe whatever God got for me, it's going to come. All I got to do is be consistent. That's all I have to do. You know what I mean? So like, I have a platform like the gentleman LIT, and I believe that all of our words are powerful and influential. And I think that we have a duty. It depends on what your content is that you make. But if you're really trying to affect change like that, then you have to be responsible for what you say and what you address. Like I tell people all the time, ladies and gentlemen, that my content will never change to get a subscriber and never change to keep one. If you don't like what I say, get the fuck off. And I mean that because if I have people get mad at me, talk about Kamala Harris, Trump, I don't care. I don't care. And like I tell them, I think Amira, if I'm saying your name right, whoever said it earlier, the secret is not giving a fuck. All right, about certain things. You cannot let people control your content. You cannot let people control and dictate what you say or what you think. You got to be free-spirited on your channel. You know what I mean? So I'd had people tell me, I'm going to leave your channel if you say that. I had a show about a witch. A witch challenged me. A black woman who thought she was a witch said, like, she came to my room in an astral form. I said, if you came to my room, Timmy was in my room. Timmy was in my room. And I said, bring your ass on here Sunday, and I'm going to show you what you really are because you not know. I think I don't ever respond, but the reason why I responded that day is because of the principle, not because of what she said. Because there's a lot of elderly women and elderly men who are lost, and they pay these psychics, these fools, to talk to the dead because they hurt.
Warlocks.
You know what I mean? So, like, I challenged her. She wouldn't come up there. You know what I mean? So I only challenge people or respond back based on principle, not because of what they said. You know what I mean? Because, like, life is too short, for one thing, and we got so many of our young brothers and sisters out here who are lost, who don't have fathers, who don't have real mothers, so they have to, like myself, raise themselves. They have to raise themselves. And I always give grace to people who have to raise themselves because you had no guidance. A drug dealer taught me how to tie a tie. A drug dealer taught me how to tie a tie. My daddy supposed to have taught me that, and I'm not talking bad about him. I came through an abusive family. You know what I mean? When I say abuse, I mean fighting, blood, mama blood, and shit like that. I've seen all that in my life. I've seen people get killed in front of me. I've seen all these things. You know what I mean? And I know there got to be a better way, man. Like, you know, it just, when people hit me up, even when I have a young man hit me up, man, he tell me, thank you. That's enough for me, because I live in the upper middle class, bro. And I'm not bragging. I pulled myself up out of the dirt and made myself who I am. So I know if I can do it, everybody else can do it. And that's why I'm very unapologetic about the shit I say. And I want to see us all rise, and I want to see all of us continue to grow, to be in forward motion, because we keep going backwards. Right now, we live in a time where people are going backwards. Our young women, our young men, they're going backwards. They are becoming things that our slaves, not slave men, but our people who were slaves would have never imagined. All right, we're not here. Like people say, like, yeah, you know, we went through this struggle. You didn't go through shit. These generations, they ain't went through shit. We are reaping the benefits of people who came before us, who sold their shit in blood and sweat and died. We are reaping the benefits. And what are we doing with the benefits? Other than being at each other's throats, other than blaming the white man for every goddamn thing that we decided to do. When I was doing the shit that I was doing, there wasn't no white man out there telling me to pull a 38. Wasn't no white man. You know, when I went to jail, wasn't no white man doing the time with me. I did that shit by myself.
No.
So we got to get back to chastising. The people don't want to hear that shit. We need to get back to chastising our women and our men in order for this shit to turn around. And that's my personal opinion. It might be this damn scotch. This scotch is good like a motherfucker. I shouldn't be talking. I apologize. But this Mac Allen 12, I'm gonna put it on there. You know what I'm saying? They need to give me, hey, if y'all watch it, give me a sponsorship because this is my shit right here. Please give me a sponsorship.
Was it Glenn Livet? What is that?
Oh no, that's that. Oh, that's no, not Glenlivet. That's good shit too. But this is that Mac Allen, baby. If you ain't never had no Mac Allen 12, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Once you start this, I might should tell you not to. Cause once you start this, you ain't gonna let it go. Tell you right now. I'm sorry about that. And I land my plane.
Jeremy, we pacify. We don't chastise, we pacify. And the minute you chastise someone, they get upset with you if you tell them the truth about something they do wrong that they could be doing better, or how much potential they have, or something, anything like that. People get upset with you. So,
but you know what? Just because people don't agree with us, we need to still take that responsibility. I'm gonna tell you why. Leaders are not meant to be liked. Leaders are meant to lead.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So unfortunately, those of us who have gifted us to be people who can lead people, we have to accept the responsibility, the bitter and the sweet that come with that. So you have to believe. I don't know how y'all believe in your God. I don't know what y'all believe, but believe in your God, and most importantly, believe in yourself. And like believe in the future that you're not going to see, because the things that's going to come from the seeds that we're planting now, we're not going to reap from that. They're going to be generation later, because it took 40 years. It took 2 generations for it to get the bad as it is right now in the black community. For the feminism movement, it took about 40 or 50 years. So the things that we are doing right now, LIT, we are actually helping the future. But I'm gonna tell you something. No person who stands against oppression, no person who stands against wrong is ever appreciated in their time. This is why when motherfuckers die, they start saying, "Oh, we got to give you a holiday." Martin Luther King, we got to give you a holiday. Malcolm X, we got to give you a holiday. They only appreciate us.
pacifying us.
Yeah, they only appreciate us when we die. That's it. That's it. So I know what I'm here for, and I accept it. That's how I look at it. People ain't gonna like me, and I don't give a shit. It's just what it is.
That's what happened. Your brilliance shows up as soon as you leave the earth. Could you imagine that?
And that's something that's sad, brother. That's sad.
At least they couldn't say we do it. Here's my thing, man. People don't realize that you have to be able to recognize greatness when it's in your face immediately, because that way you can benefit from it and you can ask questions. There are plenty of things I wish I could have asked Martin Luther King. I wish I could have asked Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that opportunity. But there were people who are still alive to this day who had that opportunity and refused to take advantage of it. Why? Because they thought they would always be here today. Well, tomorrow is not promised. You know what I'm saying? I always say obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yes,
so it's
scriptural.
better to go ahead and ask and talk to people who are here so you can get some answers. Because think about it, we don't take enough time to talk to our people like we used to. We're used to hearing people say, "Do as I say," and leave it at that. You know what I mean? Hey, mama, do what I tell you to do.
Not as I do.
But the conversation we need to have needs to be a little bit more nuanced. And say, "Baby, let me explain to you the reason why I would like you to do this. There are several other options and combinations in life that could possibly happen to you that will cause danger to you. There's no way for me to know all those options. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to narrow it down to as few options as possible, so you're able to recover from either option if you decide to do it. It's a lot easier to recover that way." Now, if we start having conversations like that, then people will be able to honor our words a little bit better. But since we're so busy going to work, being distracted by TV, internet, social media, you know, we're not having the proper dialogue between our children and those that are around us. You know, there's plenty of times I've had conversations with a friend of mine the other day, and she was talking about something that was on Instagram. I said, "Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have life insurance?" She was like, "No." I said, "You need to put Instagram down until we get over here, and we need to talk to Liberty Mutual and get you some life insurance. And while you're at it, we need to start talking about your retirement today." You know, and we started talking about all this other stuff, and it was like, "Well, this is how you plan this." And she's like, "My mom's not here, my dad's not here." I said, "Well, I'm here." And now you don't have no excuse no more. You know what I'm saying? These are the conversations that we need to start having with each other, you know, making sure that when you build your family, make sure that you have a beneficiary for each person. So when that person dies, all that money goes into the trust. And then when another person goes into the trust, when dies, that money goes to the trust. And that way you guys can borrow from the trust and build each other's businesses. And then you buy more policies and you keep building your business that way. And then that way your whole entire family is a business. And everybody would love to do business with people who know how to do business. And then that way you can control who you marry and who you don't marry and who you bring into your family for business. You know, it also protects everybody's money because it don't matter who you marry. You know what I'm saying? They can't take money from the trust. That's just how it's set up. So that way you don't have to worry about your wife divorcing you and trying to take out, baby, I ain't got no money. I get a paycheck from the trust. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. But see, a lot of guys don't understand that. So that's why it's important for you to make sure that you select a proper woman. That's important,
I tell you this,
lady. Go ahead.
to piggyback. Sorry, bro, I'm going to cut you off. I do apologize. I'm going to also say this for the brothers who are fools who take the wrong woman to matrimony. Instead of getting a what they call what the shit the prenup. Thank you, prenuptial agreement. Get you an asset protection trust. If you get an asset protection trust, and I did a show about this, so somewhere on the show, you get an asset protection trust. You don't have to get 2 lawyers. When the prenuptial agreement, you got to get a lawyer for her, or she get everybody. This you can do behind their backs. I know it sounds fucked up, but I'm gonna tell you what I said. If you work hard, man, for your shit, no woman or no man should be privileged to half of your shit that you made before you got her or him. So an asset protection trust will actually protect you in that. It's stronger, it's more ironclad than a prenuptial agreement. You see, prenuptial agreements are always challenged. All they got to do is prove that you had her sign it underneath duress or some shit like that. If you fuck around and get an asset protection trust, the judges and the courts in America cannot touch that, and you still can dip into your asset protection trust and get money out of it. Think of it like a LLC, a limited, whatever. I can't remember the LLC thing now. Y'all may remember. Thank you. Yeah, she can't. That's right. She can't or he can't take what's in that asset protection trust. So I will encourage every brother and every sister to look into that. It might cost you a little bit more money in the beginning to get that, but in the long term, you save them a whole lot of money. Prenuptial trusts, prenuptial agreements are not as strong as people like to think they are. You see all the time millionaires go through this and still have to pay alimony, still got to give a half their shit, and they had a prenuptial agreement. It seems like the only agreement they had is that they're going to give the judge permission to take half your shit. So go ahead and get the asset protection trust. Look it up. There's a lot of things, and Jewish people use this, white people use this, and unfortunately, I know people ain't going to like it, but you need to start learning the game from these people. Because these motherfuckers know what they're doing. They know. Yeah. All right, so I hope I helped somebody out there. But yeah, asset protection trust. Look it up, and it will help you keep your stuff, man or woman. Yeah.
Absolutely. Make your name mean something in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Financially.
What's up?
Yes, sir. But that's all I'm saying, man. Like, for real. Know how to work the system. Get around people who know some things. You know what I mean? And don't spend so much time worrying about other folks' business when you could be starting your own. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, brother, man. Thank you for that. That's real talk. Everybody got quiet all of a sudden. Y'all through talking or some shit? I just got on my first time on here. Y'all about to, is that the clue to get off or some shit?
We were engaged in what you were saying.
Yes, we're gonna
asset protection trust.
All right. You're gonna learn something around here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for, man. Iron sharp as iron. You know.
Yes, sir.
Asset protection trust. It's awesome.
Everybody write that down in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Type in the action protection trust. Put that in there.
Asset protection trust. Yes,
there
sir.
We go.
Yes, sir. All right, well, thank y'all for having me, man. I see y'all about to do y'all thing, man. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm going to make another episode to piss more people off pretty soon, so I'll talk to you. You know, I don't know what, man. You'd be amazed how many people don't like me, but keep tuning in like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Keep stirring that pot, brother. Keep stirring that pot.
All right, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Y'all take it easy, man. I'll talk to you later. And don't come to Houston and let them preachers bust your back up. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get at you later on, man. I'll take it easy, man. All right. I'll get a holler.
Bye-bye.
All right, yeah.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
No problem. You'll take it.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that is sweet. He came in tonight. All
Yes,
praise.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
He said he was gonna stop through. I'm glad. I'm glad. It was very interesting, and me and sis both, we really enjoyed that. We can get content creators come in and support our show. So we're very for all.
Different perspectives.
Yeah, even when they come into the comments and put they let us know what's going on, let us know that they're here. So we really appreciate you guys so much. Really do.
Tusha, it's
Yes.
and lit. Two shows we need. I think that needs to that topics would be financial management, like
Hmm.
what you were just saying about the trust and stuff. And then the branches, we need to break down the branches of government, starting
Absolutely.
with the local, because people, honestly, people are ignorant to the branches of government and the power that they possess.
Checks and balances.
Absolutely. We're
Mm.
gonna take it. We're gonna talk about that from the top to bottom, from your local government and what to expect from them and who to contact and how to get a hold of them,
And how
all the way up
important,
to
yeah.
your local senator and representatives as well too,
And those
that
little
represent you in
county
Congress.
council meetings or city council meeting and town meetings, those are very important because when they do planning, these things are planned like 10, 12, 15, 20 years ahead before they even bring them to the town's attention. And then when they bring it to us, they already have everything planned out. They already have their little what do you call it? The little thing that they make. I don't
The
know the proper
prospectus.
word
Yeah, the
for it.
prospectus. Yeah.
They already have all the permits and everything, and now you want to go into opposing this, but you don't know that they had planned this like 10, 15, 20 years ahead because someone in your household didn't go to county meeting or the town council meeting. If you don't go, you have to send someone. And this is very important that you vote for your local governments because those are the people that represent you in your town. And the census is another thing that we need to ensure that we're completing the census. Because even when you look back, I don't know, do any of you guys watch Finding Your Roots? Uh,
What is that?
Oh,
it's on like TBS, and they have stars on there, and they go back to
Oh,
like
I
when
haven't
they
seen that
first
yet.
came from the country,
Yeah.
and when they who came over, what ship they came
oh,
over on,
it's
and all that.
Gates, Henry Louis Clark.
Yes, yes,
Clark. Okay, I've seen
yes.
that. Yes.
So, and a lot of people found their roots through the census, and then a lot of people didn't fill out
Yeah.
the census, so they skipped over some years. But it has documents. It's some people found documents all the way back from like they were enslaved people because they were not slaves, and the countries that they came from and what they did and what tribe they came from, and then also if they came from like Ireland, what they did, what their great grandparents did in Ireland. These things people really need to know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? Here's my thing. What's more important is making sure people know where they want to go. It's one thing to
Yes,
know where you came from. It's another thing, the absolute different thing to know where you're going. So I would rather we start, figuring exactly where you came from, and then that way we can know where you can go in the future. Because
no, I
both of
was
them are
just
important.
saying
Yeah, both are
completing the
important.
census is important
Right.
to your town, even getting funding for your town or your city. Completing the census, we need to let them know, like when we explain the branches of government, how important is completing the census is, because completing the census, if that's how your town get funding for certain things.
Absolutely. They go by population size, you know.
Yes,
Correct. So that way they can service your area a little bit better.
and
So it don't do you no
demographics.
good to hide from the census people that are trying to
Yes,
help you out.
yes.
But
So
ladies,
Thank you.
we have
thank
to
you,
come
ladies.
together on that.
Oh, we
Thank
will.
you.
We definitely will.
This
We'll
is
plan
not my
something.
show. Let me shut up.
Oh, no, no.
We take ideas around here.
Yes,
Know what they
absolutely.
with and come
Absolutely.
out with it. So it's very important anyway. So, that's I really appreciate that, sis. We will go over that we'll have Lit help us with that one too. So that'll be something for us to bring on the show. So
Gotcha. We got you. We got you.
yep.
Once again, ladies, y'all have a fantastic show this evening. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Fantastic show as always. It's a pleasure being with you, ladies. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and wrap the show up and do your thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you get an opportunity, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit share, and if you're here, make sure you hit the like button as well, and make sure that you subscribe to Mrs. O's channel, Miss Kathleen's channel, if they got one, and make sure you guys subscribe to Black Man Unfiltered as well. We want to make sure that we get this message out to as many people as we can. Thank you guys so much for having me this evening. Y'all have a great afternoon and a great rest of your evening. Okay.
You as
Okay.
well, Lit. Thank you,
Good
brother.
night.
You have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
You.
All right. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
this bad boy.
All right. Amira, do you have any final thoughts?
I just want to say thank you very much for your time, both of you. Every day. It's a pleasure. Thank you
it's
guys for letting me on here. I pray that it gets bigger, that all of us
Yeah.
grow, the channel grows, and we can reach people. And the change starts within us. Thank you and good night.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Final thoughts, sis. Did you already say your final thoughts?
Oh, I didn't lost my final thoughts.
I said mine about 10 minutes ago.
I didn't lose my final thought. It was a good show tonight. Real good
It's
show.
interesting.
I really appreciate everyone for coming out. Everyone is important to us, including the other content creators. We had some heavy hitters came in tonight, which was cool. I really appreciate. Well, we really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, my final thought on this: vet. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all this. You need to know everything about that person before you include them in your life, because you're making a life-altering decision. Please be careful in who you choose as a spouse. That's all I have to say on that one, sis.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you, everyone who's watching and everyone who will watch in the future. We love you. Thank you, Mark Harris. Thank you. Appreciate you too. And that's it. We'll call it a night. Love you guys. Bye.